But
That's
unfortunately, in
not really true.
2025, we got to be in defense for the Coon Initiative. The Coon Initiative is strong right now.
But it's a big difference between and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. I believe there's a big difference between me and I'm not a coon in any way,
I,
shape,
I
form, or
would agree.
fashion.
I would agree with you, right? But what I'm saying is there are certain topics that a certain group of men are gonna automatically be defensive about, and they're gonna challenge you on.
If I may speak
I
for the Coons a bit,
I respected.
Yeah, you
I'm a
can.
land hood, but I respected the fact that you challenged it, stood on it, and we had a conversation. Don't act like it went nasty, bro. Like
No,
they
no, I
showed you
didn't.
the
I did.
utmost respect, man.
Not really, but it wasn't. They didn't like try to like dox me or like be crazy with
You
me.
know how
At
it
the
gets, right?
right. At the same time, they did cut me off. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't let me answer the question or whatever the case may be. At one point in time, this
Nigga, you
point,
from
my man.
Brownsville.
I
You
know,
can
but it
handle
is what
that.
it is. I could. So, and I said to the brothers, yo, thank you for having me up. I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully, I'm about because the conversation went different when Taz came up there. Shout out to Taz. They started going to some stuff I didn't know nothing about, so I just went ahead and slid. You know what I mean? But
Right.
it was a decent build, but I just think that a lot was lost because I was trying to give sauce right on how things can be done, and they was telling me that it can't be done, and this is stuff that I actually did. So it was like, wow, like yo, I actually did it. I was gonna tell them how I did it.
Can you play some of it? Because I don't have a lot of time.
Yeah, I can. Come on, man. How am I claiming the victim, Big Bad Bull? Jesus, hit my super chat and cash out. I ain't even claim no victim, brother. Jesus, here we go. Here we go. This is Q Butter and me in my exchange. I can character, valuing family, valuing tribe, building together, working together. These are the things I'm speaking about. And these are the values that our forefathers had. You know, and I'm not talking about Thomas Jefferson and George Washington. I'm talking about my grandfather, my great grandfather, my great grandfather. These are the values that they had.
Black men
So
have those same values right now.
amount, do you believe most black men have those values? Do you believe
yes,
most black people have those values? I
yes.
would like to believe that, brother. I see the contrary. I would like to believe that.
I
Are
don't
you
Yo,
want
sure?
to argue
and
that,
let me
but I'm
say,
not
hold
gonna
on real
go
quick.
with
Hold
the
on.
contrary.
Do you see
If
the
you
contrary in your neighborhood? Like in your neighborhood, are black people like wilding out, or do you see it more on social media?
not so where I
Like
live
in
at,
your neighborhood, do you live in a neighborhood where black people are extremely violent? They're wilding, they're retarded, baby mothers everywhere, weaves is everywhere, just drug dealers and YNs every day. Is that where you live? Do you see that in your house every day?
and that so you went from my neighborhood to my house. So I
Your
want to
neighborhood, in your vicinity where you live.
in the vicinity in the city where I live. Yeah, I see a little bit of both. Yes.
So you see more black people being belligerent and niggerish than black people like just
Yeah,
trying.
I see an abundance. I see abundance of black people with bonnets, with house shoes and daggone pajamas. I see abundance of the women sitting around twerking and acting up. Yo, so much so that I got a 12-year son, and my son comment. I don't have to say nothing. My son is the one that points it out all the time to me.
But
So
before we
and,
go
and
too far,
all
though, what do you
right.
see more of?
Why do you keep cutting me off? Though?
Before you go too far, what do you see
I'm telling
more of?
I'm telling you, I see more of that. It's
Okay,
unfortunate, but I see more of that. Unfortunately,
that's what I wanted to
I'm
get you
just
on
being
record.
real with you. So I just wanted to salute the brother because it's the first time I've ever been on a panel with the brother. Yo, I think you're doing a dope work, Q Butter. Shout out to you, brother. Salute.
Oh, good listening. Type shit. Yeah.
And no doubt, no doubt. We don't always have to, yo, I may not always agree, but I could be agreeable and I respect you as a man. I respect
Oh,
you.
vice versa. We
All right,
building,
but you
bro.
gotta check.
So see that Venus? I told the brother to his face, I like what the brother is doing. At the same time, there's some things that I don't agree with what he's saying, and I
You did it.
do think that there needs to be a tweak in philosophy for the children and for the future to add on to what he has going on. You see what I'm saying?
Again, I'm not here to defend him. I don't know him. I'm
Not
trying to
that
see like what the contention was that you said they pinned you into the corner and they didn't
Oh, it's
like
coming up.
okay.
It's coming up. It's coming up. I gotta let it play because I don't know exactly the timestamp, but it's coming up real soon because I didn't stay on too much long after this. It's coming up.
Wait, but let me say something else. I don't know where you live. But what you just even said is kind of putting it out there. Like majority of black people are doing what you just said, and that is false.
Handle your handle, Venus.
But that's not. Hold on, real quick. Where I live at, that's not true. Unfortunately, I wish it was true, but you know what I'm saying. It's a lot of ratchetness going on around here.
Okay.
It's a lot of ratchetness going on around here. I wish it wasn't. Just a lot of ratchetness going on. I'm just gonna be honest. Let's get to it. I can't lie. I just tell the truth.
It was Psycho too, though. Psycho playing.
Yeah. Yo, salute to the platform. Nah. I just salute to the platform. Salute to you, brother. I apologize. I'm not as familiar with what you're doing, brother. But salute to all the brothers on the panel.
And Izzy, I come on your side sometimes. Like you put good work in on CT. You know what I mean? You a lot more common. So, you know what I mean? It's not contentious. You know what I mean? So I stated that.
Yeah,
that was
so,
me.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, man, I think part of the thing is we got to be honest, right? I don't think we as honest as we need to be, and I don't think we're ever gonna be able to heal, or we're ever gonna be on, or we're ever gonna get better unless we get more honest, right? Yo, we got a lot of issues, we got a lot of problems, we got a lot of shit that we got to fix, and in order for us to fix it, we have to recognize what's wrong. So, yo, we not the same people that we was, bro. Like we got to be real. A lot of us, we not the same people that our great grandfathers was and our great grandmothers was. We not them same people, and it's unfortunate. Now, can we get back?
I was just watching the video. What you mean by that?
I get what he means, Daddy.
We're not. They niggas don't know how to build. Niggas don't know how to boycott Target. NFL. Oh, nigga tell you about it. Let's talk about it though, niggas. We're not our ancestors though. We're not.
Still, I got a couple
questions.
questions.
If you think about it, the measures and the depths and the degrees and you know, as far as
right. That's real, right?
And holding it down and knowing how to when it's time to boycott, we're gonna carpool.
Right, exactly. Right. And so hold on real quick. Hold on, give me 1 quick second. Let me ask you.
This Koofy too tight. That should be frustrating.
Right?
Go ahead, Hood. As the token coon on this panel, go ahead. You haven't had a chance to talk yet. Go ahead.
No, I don't even want to talk yet. I'm just saying I think he's angry because his Koofy's so tight. Like if he loosened that shit up a little bit, he wouldn't be so attitudey.
Don't disrespect the black man's Koofy, man. Shout out to the black man's Koofy.
Man.
Chill, man, with the Koofy talk, man.
You ain't never tie your do-rag so tight you got a headache?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not sure what he just added to the. I don't know what he's saying really. He didn't really say anything.
You talking about Hood Servative just now?
No, the person on the. I'm trying to follow.
My brother gets passionate.
Yeah, he gets passionate.
When Venus make fun of him, it's all cool though.
I'm just saying, she didn't say nothing about the brother Koofy though. She said that brother Crown. She left the brother Crown alone. She just said he didn't say much. That's all you had to say. And I'll be like, okay, you're right. Let's get to it. Let's go. All right, y'all support the show. Shout out to my mans and them. Oh Lord, shout out to you, Lauren. What's going on? Shout out to my mans and them. Trucker Yell. Thank you very much for the $2, Trucker Yell. Y'all be like Trucker Yell and support the show. He said, the Coon Initiative. It is at an all-time high. Facts. But we ain't cooning right now. Come on, man. Big Bad Bull said.
I mean, he heard what I was saying, though.
Yeah, Willie, you said that word earlier. That is something I did want to talk to you about. Like, elaborate. When you say the Coon Initiative.
Wait, hold on before we get to that. Big Bad Bull said, don't nobody really care about the ninjas type convo. Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy.
You know what's funny about Big Bad Bull? He say that in every chat that's having that exact conversation.
That's crazy.
So if you don't care about the conversation, why are you in the chat every time that conversation's happening? I'll wait.
He cares.
Yeah, I don't.
And I welcome my brother.
Yeah, shout out to him. He's always welcome. That's my man. But even though I don't agree with him a lot too, it is what it is. Let's get it. Let's go.
So you believe certain things in our community are bad? I actually agree with you, but we would agree on completely different things. While you're focused on the twerking and whatnot, I'm focused on the coons. Right? That white conservatives capitalize off of. Hear me out. So I'm saying the same way you feel like we should do something about them, I feel like we should remove from the conversation, from the black space, those that suffer from stage 4 crackatosis, right? And one of the preliminary parts of crackatosis
that was great.
for me becomes conservatism. Right? That's why me and
Where's
Q
the question,
jumped out the
brother?
window when you associated that to our people of the past.
Where's
Nah,
Look, Wall Street Willie was just pontificate. He didn't ask, he said, I got a question for you, Izzy. And they asked no damn question, Wall Street Willie.
Ayo,
I
Izzy,
see you.
Izzy, my first patient was CT. I said, I understand. You suffer from stage 4 crackatosis. There's no saving you.
That's
There's
hilarious.
no saving you at that point.
That's
We just have to
hilarious.
make you comfortable and put you to the side.
But
right?
listen, I like the way you just dodged what I said, though. But that's hilarious. Hey,
There's
shout out to
no
the wild.
question, Willie. I
Shout out-
thought there was a question.
Exactly. Shout out to the
Wait, get
wild.
to it. Maybe he didn't get to it yet. You paused it, but can I just tell you right now, Wall Street, I'm absolutely stealing stage 4 coonery. That's epic. And I'm stealing whoever created the Coon Initiative. I'm running that in the ground. Just saying it now. Go
Feel
ahead.
free, Queen.
You make
Feel
us
free.
sound like the Avengers. Please
Feel
keep
free,
saying
comrade.
initiative.
My
You suck
comrade.
at branding. You don't understand. Every time you try to say something bad, it just bounces off. So please, the Coon Initiative. Let's go.
Hey, shout out to Dolomite. Izzy understand. Exactly. What's up, Miss
Conservative is the poster child for the Coon Initiative 2025.
Hey,
I
Miss
wouldn't even
Ketchup.
give Hood that.
I'm fucking Sam Jackson. I'm building a team.
Nah, you ain't the top coon.
Nick Fury Coonin. One eye patch and
like
all of
Khalid
that.
Muhammad said,
yeah.
he tries to be to the best of his ability. My brother, what's his name? The super coon, Jesse Jackson, right? He said he tries to coon to the best of his ability, but that's my brother. So, like Hood, sometimes you make sense.
I don't think
Look
he's
how
black, but
empty
that's
the
another
word is.
conversation.
You niggas
He's
call
not even a
Jesse
coon because he
Jackson
ain't
a coon.
black.
Who's not black?
Conservative, he's a poser.
Nah, Hood black.
He's black. He's black. He's black. Hood is
Hood
No,
black.
he's not.
Yes, he is. He's
The
black.
At
devil
best, he's a
knows his
tether,
own.
but that's another
That-
conversation.
He's
The
not
devil
a-
knows his own. Yeah, he black.
He black.
You know what I mean?
He's black. Unfortunately. Let's go. Let's go.
Said unfortunately. I'm not black with y'all. Y'all black with me.
Shut up, man. Let's go. Where's the question? Well, hold on, fam. You just did all that to filibuster. Where's the question at, God? Where's the question?
The question. So the question is, representing conservatism, right? How do you see that as beneficial for the masses of black people in the current moment we're in 2025? With what that means.
All right. So the first thing is that you gotta dissect it, right? Again, I'm not talking about those personalities that you mentioned earlier. I'm not talking about this white nationalist movement of conservatism. That's not what I'm speaking about. What I'm speaking about, like historically, we are a benevolent people. Historically, we are a people of integrity. We are a people of character. We are God people. So that's what I'm speaking of. When I'm saying conservatism, I'm talking about a mindset and mentality, not the white nationalist movement,
now, Izzy, stop
Christian
it right
movement, none of that. I'm talking about, getting back to family, getting back to tribe and up. Go ahead, fam.
What I'm saying is, you don't really subscribe to conservatism in its current form. You don't. I do believe a conservative does. You know what I mean? You don't. That was the point I was making there, right? Like in its current form, when you're looking at MAGA, when you're looking at taking certain history out of schools, when you're looking at their policies on policing and sending troops into black neighborhoods, right? When one of the worst neighborhoods on earth you're going to find is New Mexico. If you're talking about American crime, right? It ain't Chicago. Chicago's on a downtick in terms of crime. So my argument there was, you're not really the conservative you're attaching yourself to if you're attaching yourself to the modern form of conservatism.
And
They're
that's what
racist.
but that's what I was trying to tell you. Like, when I'm talking about conservatism, I'm not talking about it from a political standpoint.
I knew that.
I said from the beginning, I'm not banging on Republican or Democrat. I'm talking about from a traditional standpoint, meaning intact family units, meaning working together and building together and building something. I mean,
Izzy, you know why I gotta
hold on real quick. See, I let you rock and get your whole thought out, but when I'm trying to qualify what I'm saying, then you cut me off. Let me just finish. All right. Then as well, making like, the problem is, again, I believe we as black people, so-called black people in America, have gone too far. we have prioritized feeling good and doing whatever we want to do instead of being better. When I was coming up, it was a spirit of you have to be 9 times better than everybody else, and we don't have that anymore. It was, yo, you gotta be the best that you could be. It was a pride level in being a so-called black person. Say it loud. Hold on real quick. I got you.
I'm black and I'm proud.
Right.
We the people. We like the birds and the bees, but we'd rather die on our feet than live on our knees. Say it loud.
So, I'm black and I'm proud. So that's what I'm saying. So that's the conservative mindset that I'm speaking of. Like I told you several times, I'm not talking about this white nationalist movement that they're doing, and I'm not trying to confuse it because I don't believe in the Republican or the Democrat side of things. I'm not on neither side because I'm just with whoever's gonna serve our best interest.
So here's the thing, Izzy. I know that, right? I've watched you work. You do good work out here in the streets, right? In terms of your podcast, the message you try to push, even if I don't agree with everything. But I know you don't subscribe to their doctrine. When we're talking about conservatism in 2025, it has a very specific agenda. And families aren't like, owned by the conservative party. No. What's more owned by them is racism.
No.
Right?
Well, that's bullshit.
I can't agree with that.
Being all about the black family is not a conservative thing. I have a black family, right? I like all my kids outside of my oldest, who's now going to college. My kids live in my house, right? I'm big on family.
Mm-hmm.
If I was to argue one of the things I want to fix the most in the black community, it is the nuclear family, right? But that's not, specific to conservatism. I was simply saying to you not really a conservative in the moment and where we're at, right? Like with the whole attack on free speech, I'm scared to even say his name, right? But we have to draw a line. You can't play the hood conservative game and then also stand on what I know you stand on.
But I'm not. But that's the thing, and that's what I'm saying. Y'all mischaracterizing me. Hood conservative, no, and I know that I give them pushback all the time. Like I'm not. So listen, to what I'm saying. I'm not on the hood conservative side of things. At the same time, we got to be honest, and this is the part that I'm talking about. We're not being real and saying, yo, we have declined as a people and our morality aspect of it. And and we are way too liberal when it comes to doing whatever, instead of being back to a conservative point of view, which says, yo, I'm not going to do whatever. I am going to follow the rules. I am going to be a person that is a quality person that's going to add to society, that's going to make my family name ring, that's going to make my people proud. Like, yo, a lot of us don't have that anymore.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Would you support leftist conservatism, right? Like all of the things that
what
you
the
associate.
hell does that even mean?
Right. I was about to break it down. All of the things that you associate with conservatism outside of all the things that are diametrically opposed to you, right? I haven't heard you talk about it, right? But I don't think you're on the side of the argument that a Charlie Kirk has made, right? Now you got to understand, in this moment, they own conservatism. They own that, right? So what I'm saying is, being pro the black family, the things you present that I agree with, that's not specific to them. Most of them don't even live it. That's the farce, right? It's the claim that if you're a leftist, you're not pro nuclear family. I have a nuclear family. As much as my wife gets on my nerves, I'm invested in my black family.
How can you be pro
Why
nuclear
y'all always throw
family
your
and
wives
pro
under the bus
women's
and
health
gotta say
care?
something negative about your wives in public? Why y'all
Shout
do
out to
that?
my wife, Venus. Nah, she
Wait, why
good.
y'all always gotta throw
That's
throw
why I'm
your wives
home,
under the
Venus.
bus in public and say some shady shit at her? Why do y'all do that?
Venus, I forgot you was here. We was just talking as guys. They know what I meant. I wasn't
No,
throwing
but
no
I feel
shade at
like
my
y'all
wife.
do that.
You
Y'all
let
be
her
sacrificing
My
the
you
wife
person
is
that's
derailing
my
the
gonna help
family.
y'all
conversation.
get
You
round.
derailing, Venus. Venus, you derailing, please,
Hold on,
please.
Izzy, can you drop them? If I can't, so I can't do it.
Yeah,
Why?
Hood.
Why do y'all feel the need to sacrifice the person who's holding you down the most for brownie points of other men? Like, why do y'all always shit on your wives in conversations?
As men in certain conversations, we know we can connect on certain things. So when I'm saying she
So you
gets on
gotta
my
throw your wife
nerves,
under the bus to connect with another man.
no, but listen to what I'm saying.
I believe you
When
because y'all all do it. I don't
hear me
understand.
out, Venus, hear me out. And it's the honest truth. Saying that to Izzy isn't throwing her under the bus. He knows what I'm
Yes, it
really
was.
saying.
Because your wife
He
ain't even
knows,
here,
hear me
One
and
out.
you
second,
didn't have
Venus.
to say
Hear me
nothing
out.
negative about her. You
Hear
didn't
me
have
out.
to, but you
Venus,
wanted
just hear
to,
me out.
because you wanted to appeal to a man. So you threw
Hear
your
what I'm
wife under the bus.
I understand how you view it. I totally get it, sis. And maybe I shouldn't have said it that way. But what I'm saying is when I have a certain respect for a man I'm having a dialogue with,
So you lose respect
he
for your wife. So respect the man.
no, what I'm
Hold on,
saying
Venus.
is
Let him finish real quick.
he understands that even me throwing that joke out there means she's worth it. I'm not saying
So why don't you just
she
say she's worth it? Why do you have to say something negative about your
because
wife?
he understood that, sis.
So they only understand when you talk negative about your wife?
No, it's just a guy thing, sis. It's not. I'm saying we understand the inside joke.
Yeah, we understand that y'all feel like y'all gotta talk shit about women to appeal to men, your own wives.
No, Venus, I don't do that,
That's
sis.
what you did though. Cause that was absolutely not even though she gets to my fucking I noticed a common thread with all of you quote unquote husbands. Y'all don't respect y'all wives at all. In their
Nah,
absence, y'all
we
say
do.
all type of shit.
What I don't think you're understanding we're saying behind that is through anything I go through with her, she's worth it. So
Then why
in
don't you just say
saying that,
anything I go through with her, she's worth it? Why don't you just say that?
Because
well,
that
we
is
said
just
it.
saying
Well,
that
I've said it now.
Because there's something in you that wants to shit on your wife to appeal to men.
No, sis, that's not it.
That's exactly what it was, but we can move on.
All right, let's move on because what's understood I have to explain. Conservative, you could go ahead. Let's don't talk about what she was just talking about. Go ahead
Oh
and say your
God.
point that you was making.
Hey,
Hood.
yo, Hood, be good, man.
It don't even matter. I just forgot my point with the 5 minutes of stupidity. So move on.
This nigga, yo, this nigga don't. Hey, what's up, Drip? What's going on? Michael M said typical femcel behavior. Oh Lord, Jesus Christ! Come on, y'all. Yo, listen. At the end of the day,
I don't
that's
give a
just
fuck about what these low IQ dumbass niggas who shitting on their wives. You think I give a fuck about what they gonna say about me if they shit on their own wife?
What I'm
This is my
saying to
point.
you is
Niggas
in
ain't
that
got no
statement,
respect.
what
The
I'm
fuck?
saying to you is in that statement, you missed my overall point that I know Izzy understood. For whatever I deal with her, the benefit of her is so much more. So I get what you're
So so
saying.
the- so
It
so do
should
you
be said
understand that you're on
directly
the
to
internet
the
right
people that
now?
don't
So this
understand
the
it.
point. You ain't talking to Izzy. You on the internet representing your marriage,
Yeah,
speaking
but I'm
negatively
talking.
about your fucking wife to appeal to men who don't do shit for you while throwing the one that
Okay.
does under the fucking bus. That's
Nah,
what I
you're right.
understand.
all right. We've reached our F bomb quota, y'all. Please with the F bombs, but I got you. So
I
Venus
said
on
one.
the
My fault.
no, you good, you didn't. Yo, Venus on the topic. What would you like to say on the topic?
I think she
I'm just
just
trying to
said it.
get to the point of contention. I'm gonna have to drop soon. I'll try to come back, but
It's getting
Israel,
there.
I think this is the main thing. I'm just listening to you and Wall Street go back and forth.
Mhm.
When you're speaking of conservatism, you're not speaking political. I think what Wall Street is trying to get you to understand, everyone else is. So by default, when you align yourself with that at this point in the game, you're going to be grouped up in with that political party.
So let me ask you a question. Do you think that that's on like I should be worried about that, or do you think people should try to understand because there is a nuance there that's important to our people?
Yeah, what?
Your complaint right now is being misunderstood. So it's fair to say you are worried
It's in
about
my
it.
car.
So
Hold
I'm
on.
telling you why. I'm telling you why you're being misunderstood. That
Come
word
here.
right
Leave me
now
alone.
is represented by a specific group of people, whether we like it or not. So most people listening to you, when you say that, that's what they're going to think about.
Now I got you. At the same time, like I still would have, even knowing that, I would still have to call it the same thing because like again, the liberal mindset I have an issue and problem with, like the free for all, anything goes, the excuses, the not holding people accountable, not really calling things out the way it should be, making all types of lies and excuses for debaucherous black people behavior when we never used to do that. I have an issue with all of that.
Understood. I'm just saying if you maybe you would push that message and not use that other word because right now that's what people are linking that word to. I'm just saying, it's a suggestion, or you're gonna constantly run into being misunderstood.
And
I
she
got.
said everything I was trying to convey.
I
I
hear
think
you.
it's really a product of just years and years of propaganda effort. Anything associated with the right wing is automatically going to be associated with some type of racism or people don't like you or whatever. And even if that were true, because I don't even deny there's some of that, right? I would also argue there's a lot more of that on the left wing. Like the right wing isn't convincing you to terminate your own offspring, and so I don't understand how you can consider the left wing family friendly when their primary platform is to actually get you to terminate your own offspring and to drive a permanent wedge between men and women. Like there's no room for being family friendly in that environment. Yet on the right wing, at the very least, there's a room that be the man of your family. And people are going to hate you no matter what. But the rules of how to grow and protect your family are firmly solidified on the right side of politics and culture. There are no rules on the left side. You just sort of do whatever you feel and hope it works well.
Correct. And here's the thing. On the left side as a man, I can be family oriented, right? Like I can be about those things. But the reality is, I've never heard you speak on it. But I have to believe there's issues you have with the white nationalist, Republican, conservative agenda. And that's
I
what
actually had
really
one on yesterday.
defines, and
Had
that's
two of
what
them up
really
there.
defines conservatism. It's not this whole, oh, I'm into family, so I'm a conservative. No, you could do that on this side too. In fact, we need you Negroes. Y'all would be better over here than over there. For
Nah, but
us.
I can't stand. But the
Now we
problem.
don't need
Hold on.
conservative. Leave him where he at.
But
Hey
hold on.
yo,
The
hey
problem.
yo, Venus, chill
But
out.
hold on real quick. But
You
the
need me,
problem.
Venus.
Hold on real quick, y'all. Hold on real quick. The problem that I have, Wall Street Willie, is that again, when you began to try to call out the debaucherous behavior of black people, then you're all kinds of sellouts, you're all kinds of coons, you're all kinds of this, you're all kinds of that. When you try to tell so-called black people that you could level up and there's ways that you could get to what you want and where you want to be in the system, then they try to tell you all the reasons why you can't and how it's rigged and how there's no way possible. Yo, I'm not with none of that shit, like
It's
at all.
problematic. I
Right, at
agree
all.
with you
That's
that it's
to me, that's
problematic.
wild.
But what I'm
Wait,
saying is on the
Israel, I
other
gotta say
side,
something real fast.
go
My
ahead.
name, my face is on the thumbnail, and my name is in the title. You illiterate, stupid people. For those of you in the chat who got a problem,
Oh my
but you
God,
clicked
Venus,
on
get
the
out the chat,
screen
Venus.
where
Yeah,
my
you good.
face is on the
Get out the
thumbnail and my
chat,
name
Venus.
is in the title.
Hey
You
Queen,
good.
talk to
That's
me.
probably hold on real quick. That's probably not my chat, Venus, because I already told my chat that you were here and you're good. So
Who
it's
who? Oh, you stream with
hood
somebody else?
service. I think hood
Oh, I
service
gotta
is not.
go. I
Wait,
can't do it.
hold on, Venus.
Nah.
Hold on for a second. Hold on. Oh my God, this good. Like
Don't
yo,
even blame my chat. I'm reading my chat.
I don't know, but it's crazy. But anyway,
your
shout out to
chat,
Venus.
your chat, they was calling her a
Salute to my
femcel when she
sister.
started going off the first time. That ain't on
Salute
me,
to my
bro.
Was that my
comrade
chat?
Venus.
Okay, well, yeah, I was trying to give her a safe space. It's all good, man. Hey, shout out to Venus. I don't know what that was about, but it's all good. All right, so we can have the conversation, man. Listen, y'all support the show in the meantime between, especially y'all niggas that was talking shit. Y'all make sure y'all hit my cash app on my super chat, man. Support the show, man. Jesus Christ. Hey, keep it a case set. Izzy, what's the word, big fella? What's good with you? How you doing? P in the building. What's up, P? What's going on with you? It's a difference between being self-sufficient and being individual. Yes, it is. And I'm famous for saying life in America is a team sport. So I absolutely identify and agree with that, right? Andrew Joseph said, treat what? Yo, what's up, Truth? What's going on, man? How you doing? Good to see you, family. Kills, thank you very much, Kills.
I'm
Let
sorry.
Venus talk. Her time is limited. Now this space is going to call me a simp. I'm used to it. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you. Man, what's
How
up,
Venus
Red?
was just typing in my chat, and then you're gonna run off the panel because allegedly my chat is over here. You see the bull, man? Come on.
It's all good. And Red Scorpio said, this is why we need the barbershop back. Yeah, no doubt. What's up, Vanta Black? Vanta Black said, misandry needs to be talked about more. What's up, Vet Life 81? I don't know about that. Gas mask. All nuances matter. Yes, they do. JC the Conqueror, what's going on? Said, what's up, Venus? Yeah, Izzy, you giving way too many cuss passes, bro. I see you not standing on business. Come on, man. I try to give people a chance to say. She didn't hardly get to talk, but I told her the F-bombs. Come on now. Y'all don't do that. Hey, Dina Forbes, no one is telling people to get rid of offspring. They just want the choice. Big difference. Yo, that's wild. You want the choice to delete somebody? That's crazy. Go ahead, Hood Conservative. You got the floor.
Yeah, like I was saying, bro, the whole idea of the left being family friendly, it's out the window, man. Just because a few men have found a nice, comfortable niche and they get to still vote Democrat, it doesn't mean that the culture overall supports you. They just leave you alone for the moment. And I think when it comes, and that's just one issue, but there are other issues to consider. Like you just brought up white nationalism, and I said I had a couple of white nationalists on the panel yesterday. I had the same guy that started this whole round of shit up here.
Yeah, I was there.
You guys, I mean, Josh frightened the hell out of that panel, and it was sad to see. Like niggas is really like, we got to go get our guns, and the white man's gonna get us, and it was amazing because at no time did Josh ever mention anything like physically threatening toward black people. At most, he was talking about defense of his like area, like what they would
Now I
do in
wasn't
his
there
little
for that.
town, what they would do in his little town if people wanted to move in. And he was really on some Christian stuff, so it was mostly about gays and whatever. It wasn't even really about black people per se. But everybody took that as if he was being a direct threat to black people. And then he just started coming up with the most bizarre fantasies about shit. And it's like, ultimately, bro, you got a lot of tough choices to make in terms of like the black population's future in this country. One, the morals and the productive goals of Christianity or conservatism, either or, are actually positive. They're a net positive. They're a total benefit to the black community. And then outside of that, when it comes to white people and white nationalism, with Izzy, this is the conversation you and I had like 2 days ago. You're 13% of the population. You're not going to snap your fingers and add another 40%. You're not going to add another 10% in any meaningful amount of time. You are where you are. Other groups of people are coming in here in crazy numbers. They're flooding the zone. And if you're not going to side with the white America that actually built the country that you live in, who do you suppose will give you a better shake? Who's going to be more charitable to you? You think the Asians? You think the Latin Americans? You think the Africans give a damn about your blackness and your plight?
Great question.
But yeah, but again.
Well, the question was to Willie, not you, Izzy. We've already done this.
Okay,
I'll answer it, Izzy.
good.
That was a great question. And the reality is no. I don't think any of those groups of people will benefit me more. But what I can't do, right, is subscribe to a party that is openly racist. They're not even lying to you. They're not even lying to you. They're
Isn't
telling you
that
what it
better?
is.
Hold on real
So
quick,
what?
Will Street Will. Isn't it better for a party to tell you the truth, where they stand? Because everybody in the party don't stand that way.
If I'm not
Hold
aligned with
on,
them,
hold on, real quick.
absolutely.
Isn't it better for them to tell you where they stand than for people, the liberal, the left, to be lying to you, daggone, snaking you behind your back, doing everything to thwart you at every turn, but kissing you in the mouth and stabbing you in the back?
If I'm not aligned with them, absolutely. I prefer them to be more honest. I want to know what doors not to knock on, what front bells not to ring, right? But this whole argument about the left, about us supporting things that we don't support, my retort to that is the unfortunate truth is I can never support a party that's openly against me. That's insane. That's insane. If I have to choose, right, as a black man like myself, who's invested in family, whose children are doing well, who, if I'm being honest, the vote doesn't affect my life at all, right? But I'm still thinking about my people. I can't align myself with someone that is publicly diametrically opposed to me. And what happens is conservatives, hood conservatives, right, try to align things that aren't specific to Republican Party. No, family is not just a Republican thing.
Give me 1 second. Aaron, wave in the back real quick. Aaron, wave in the back. Y'all know Aaron Savage? Anybody know Aaron Savage?
Oh, I know my man A Savage. He good.
Aaron Savage. Okay. Shout out to you,
A
Aaron.
Savage, one of us.
Willie,
I don't like him, but
Willie,
yeah, because you know I'm on your ass about that statement. What's up, fellas?
What's good,
Willie,
man? How you doing?
repeating that? You're making the assertion that conservatism doesn't own the family, but there's no evidence. You just have your feeling. And when it comes to the politics of it all, how do you tell me that the party who goes out of its way to convince your woman to terminate your offspring at will, no notice, you have no right, you have no say, how dare you even care about this shit? How can you now tell me that that party is pro you? That makes no sense, right? And then on top of that, not only is the party attempting to convince you that your woman should somehow just terminate your legacy without any question, when it comes to the economics of it all, they flood the zone with people who are going to compete with you in the workplace. When it comes to getting a job, when it comes to feeding your own children, they're flooding the
you want to
zone.
handle that?
Hold on a minute. They're flooding the zone with people who are going to compete with you neck and neck. And they're going to now our children might have to learn Spanish just to sell fries at McDonald's and shit. Like this is that party's benefit. This is that party's doing. And then when it comes to things like the actual order of the community, they don't care how many black people die, whether or not black on black, white on white. The Democrats don't actually care about black life. For all they say about Black Lives Matter, they use black life to trap they use the black violence and black death to trap black people in the ghetto. So
my retort would be that Republicans don't care about life.
Give me 1 second.
White or black.
Give me 1 second. Let me just welcome the brother. What's up, John? What's going on, man? How you doing, man? You muted if you're talking, John.
Oh God, John, go.
We can't hardly hear you, brother. I don't know what's going on with your mic. I know
you got to reset. Everything is off.
Yeah, we can't hear you, brother. You muted. Go ahead. Unmute and try to talk, John.
Yeah, you got to fix something.
Unmute, John, and try to talk.
Hey, yo, John, go. Get it together, man. You're
muted. You gotta unmute, brother.
Nah, his settings are not right. You gotta go out and come back in.
Yeah, go out and come back in and get you because you're unmuted now, but we can't hear you. We can't hear you at all, brother. All right, come back. Hey, go ahead, Wall Street Willie. My fault. I just want
to see what Savage gonna say. He better not let me down either.
What's up, Aaron Savage? Welcome to the show.
What's up, fellas? What's up, fellas? Nah, Willie, you know I had a question for you. I just want to know what was your mind frame when you voted Republican in 2016? What was your mind frame? What was your choice behind that vote?
That's a great question. So in order to answer it, right, and feel like I represented myself,
nigga.
Wait, let him answer. Let him answer. Don't cut him off though.
In order to answer it and feel like I represented myself in the right way, I have to go through all 3 elections from when he's talking about. So yes, after Barack Obama, I was frustrated with the Democratic Party. But Barack Obama left such a fruitful economy and environment. In my mind, nobody can mess this up. You know what? If you say that a black man can't do something just for black folk, all right, watch what this cracker show you. He gonna show you I'm only doing things for my people, which is what Donald Trump has displayed. What ends up happening?
Wait, what? Wait, hold on. Wall Street Willie, hold on. In the first term, you believe that Donald Trump didn't do anything for black people?
He didn't do anything worth talking about. He didn't do anything. Wow. Hold on. He didn't do anything more than what you criticize the Democrats for doing. Not enough, right? So he didn't do enough either. But he's also attached to a party.
He didn't have to do nothing.
But he's also attached to a party that when Charlottesville happens, he says, there were good people on both sides.
Oh, here we
go. On both sides, right?
Already. Here we go.
One of that side wasn't good people.
Right? But Willie, though, you voted for
let me land, Savage. So I had to learn. That was a mistake. Even like me not voting this election was a mistake. At this point, I'm smart enough to know it's better to play defense,
You
right?
would have voted for Kamala?
You would have voted for Kamala?
At this point, absolutely.
What? Oh
Hold
my
on,
God.
y'all. But
At
look,
this
look.
point,
Instead
absolutely.
of
And I
going
didn't
off of
vote.
his words, hold on, real quick, Wall Street. Instead of going off the words, right, we just go off your actions, right? So you voted for Trump,
Right.
and then when it come around to vote for Kamala when Trump is running, you choose to not vote.
Well,
So
now
it's like,
wait.
hold on, real quick. So it's like with everything you was just saying previously, how the fuck
Don't
do you
skip an
vote for
election,
Trump,
Savage.
and then how do you not vote for the person who's opposed to Trump?
I'm with you. So what I'm
I'm
saying
glad this
is,
nigga came
don't
up
skip
here.
an election, right? So now you have Biden running. At this point, COVID is hitting. I know people that have died
Yeah, can you
from
say
COVID.
see?
I have friends whose parents
Hold
have
on.
died
Please
from
stop.
COVID.
I got it. Please stop saying that word,
Oh,
bro.
my fault, my fault, my fault.
You know the algorithm picks it up, man. Go ahead.
But I didn't tell no lies, so YouTube can't strike you.
Nah, but I know, but please. Yeah.
Nah, you're right. But what I'm saying is, now we have is the epidemic all right?
Yes, sir.
So now we have, I'll say, a problem. In the midst of this problem, I watch his whole family get sick. I want my babies to live. Now, all that goofy, I want to show the Democrats something, that goes out the window. I want people in the South, where I'm at, to put on the masks and stop coughing these germs all over America. So at that point, I voted Biden. This last election, I had no dog in the fight. Now, looking back, hindsight is always 2020. When I look at the first year of this presidency, yeah, it would have made more sense for me to play defense. So I was wrong, Savage. All right, is that what you wanted to hear? Are we done with this conversation, Savage?
No, I just suggest that we just when we listen to people, bro, we gotta go off of their actions.
You know you my guy,
Fuck
so I
their
stand
rhetoric.
on it. I was wrong. I wish.
Please no f bombs,
This
y'all.
Oh
ex
my
I
ex
wish
Trump
I had voted
voter.
my
my
apologies,
homeboy.
boss.
This nigga ex Trump voter. He don't know what he need to do in his life. He
Nah,
gets
I do.
scared and make the wrong decisions and
The
shit.
year that I voted for
Said
You
Trump
niggas
just
be
heard
feeling,
him.
is
huh? Niggas
because
be
Yeah, you
feeling.
just heard him.
so
He
wait,
just said it.
when
He
he
was
voted for
terrified.
Trump,
He was making decisions
that was
based
a
on
vote
fear and
against
shit.
the Democratic Party, right?
Nigga was
Yeah,
like,
wait,
"Oh
hold
my
on.
god,
Hold on.
oh my
Seven
god."
said niggas be feeling shit, huh? Yo, let me
Yeah.
let Aaron get. Hold on, y'all. Let me let Aaron get in here, and then I'm
Hold on,
letting
but real
John go.
quick, Izzy.
Go ahead,
Real quick, Izzy, because I don't want to be painted in the wrong light, right? Yeah,
I got you, brother.
that was a vote against the Democratic Party. When it got real and when I had skin in the game, when I was looking at this problem that we had all over the world, yeah, I need an intelligent leader, right? To do what needs to be done so we could get back to normality, right? I didn't vote the last election, but looking at how abnormal our whole process is right now, looking at how many constitutional, what do they call it? Constitutional, it's not problems, but
If you
crisis.
can't say it, that is not happening. Shut up.
Constitutional crisis. That did I say it now?
Yeah, you got it.
Relax, conservative, right?
Come on, man.
When I'm looking back with hindsight being 2020, yeah, I probably should have voted for my Indian sis.
Right, because she was the
Her
more
not being
intellectual
black,
candidate.
her not being black wasn't as important to me as the disorganization we have going on right now. It's a free for all. It's crazy.
So you
But
get
her
to
running,
abandon your
but
loyalty to
my fault.
blackness at will. But if I abandon my loyalty to blackness based on my own set principles, it's a problem now. It's funny how you guys are.
But your argument would be that I'm not disassociating myself from blackness because she's not black. That
But
would be
that's
your
literally the
argument.
choice on the table, though, right?
I'm just saying that would be your argument.
Not only is she not black, but you had to accept the fact that they foisted this not black woman upon you anyway.
Right.
And so you had to be willing to accept a lot of shit. And so you went and
And
you
that's why
know
I
what?
chose
You
not
said,
to
you know
vote.
what? These are not my principles. I can't do that, right? So you get to take a stance based on principles, based on something higher than your stupid ass skin color.
Well, here's the
Yet,
thing.
yet
I
if
still
I were
couldn't
to
cross
do
the
that,
street
if
like
I
you
were to
did.
do that, somehow I become your enemy. How?
I
Right,
still
but hold on.
couldn't cross the street like you did. I'm not going over there. with the people from
You
Charlottesville.
literally
I'm
did
not going
already.
over
You
there.
did already
All
though.
right, one mic, y'all. One mic. Let me let Aaron get in here, and then
Yeah,
John go after that, and then we're gonna open it
Savage
back up.
want to crash on me.
Hey, y'all support the show in the meantime, between time, man. Support the show, support the stream. Hey, Big Bad Bull, that's how rumors get started, family. Come on, man. Let's don't do that. Hey, shout out to EJ. What's up, EJ? Hey, Chop. What's up, Chop? Yo, Izzy, I'm mad. Let her talk. Plus, she's on the thumbnail. I might support the sisterhood. Okay, wow. I did let her talk, but shout out to you. And that's why Big Bad Bull over here saying I let her run me on my show, even though she's on the thumbnail and I added her. But come on, man, y'all, we can't win around here. Y'all support the show, man, and stop trying to make it where we can't win.
Hey, yo, Izzy, you be your own people. Go ahead, Savage. Go ahead and crash out.
Nah, y'all good. Y'all can go to the John. I'm just kind of like the hypocrite police, man. I come up and I gotta cut the hypocritical stuff off. My fault for the cuss word again.
So now with my answer, can you leave me alone, comrade?
Yeah, I just wanted to let the people know though we can't be hypocrites. So
Yeah, nah,
You
I'm
feeling
not.
bullied by your own team, Willie? You feeling attacked by the people that say they love you? It's so
Nah, that's
weird.
my
Hey, shout
comrade.
out to Chucky Yell, $2. John Go out here. Salute to John Go. Go ahead, John Go. ADS waving the bats. I know it's you, bro. You got a fan club, John Go.
Man, I tell you, man, I come up here with a novel idea here at Wall Street. Willie, he was on my panel earlier, and he loves to support the Black community. I think you said it's fair, right? Wall Street.
Correct.
That's correct. And I guess you said the bedrock in the Black community are the women. Would you say that's correct? The
I didn't
mothers.
say that.
But I mean, they're very important. Would you say that's fair?
I think family is important.
Family and the mothers, women, they're very important, right? They need protecting. Would you say that's fair? From
Not
us
in my
men.
home. I'm saying the
Women.
family structure in my home is a unit. We have each other's
Well,
back.
would you agree that women need protecting?
In your neighborhood, maybe.
So I come up with a novel idea. I am a landlord in the ghetto and shit. And I am like the landlord of last resort to Blacks. That's very true. So I
Give
have
me
a
one second, John Go. Let me just say this. Listen, y'all, if we're gonna put an F bar jar, only the F word jar in effect, $5 per F bomb. And from now on, if you say F bomb,
I'm with it.
no, you didn't. You did not. You good. I'm just letting it be known. Hold on, real quick. I'm just letting it be known because we've reached our F bomb quota, and if we keep going, I'm gonna have to scrap this video, and I can't leave it up. So from now on, if you say the F bomb, you gotta pay me $5 immediately per F bomb. All right, you can say you know what I'm saying, and let's don't say any trigger words. Let's got it. You got it, John. Go ahead.
So I got a Black woman. She booked a room for me yesterday, last minute. It's getting colder in DC. I think the low was about 60. And so it was time for her to check out. She called me and she said, "Can I book a week or 2 days or whatever?" She said, and she didn't have the money for it. So she booked a day. I said, since Wall Street Willie was up here and he was talking about Black empowerment and all that kind of bullshit.
What?
I said, well, why don't I go to a panel like this, Black men, pro-Black people, and say, for every dollar you want to contribute to help this Black woman, what did I say I was going to do? I'll take it off of her rent. Bring a Black woman in out of the cold. Matter of fact, if you want to help her,
what's her rent?
So, and here's where we get interesting, because I can set it at whatever I wanted to set it at. You can buy her.
Now you talking weird. Now I'm out.
Okay, well, get out.
I'm just saying, once you say that,
and that's what I'm saying. So
I'm saying at a certain point you have it. Once the argument becomes, I can charge what I want.
Wall Street. Hold on, Wall Street. Let me finish first. Let me finish.
Normally I charge $350 a week. She ain't have that.
$350 a week.
Yeah. And so she didn't have that, clearly. So I said, well, $500 for 2 weeks. I was giving her, I think, $550 for 2 weeks. I was like, I'm gonna give you a discount. Now, this woman has stayed with me many times on Airbnb, and one time she kicked my door in.
Damn.
She showed a review on my channel just a few minutes ago. But yet she came back to me again because I am the landlord of last resort to these Blacks in DC. And so since you Blacks, many of you Blacks are pro-Black and all that.
You Black.
And she's paid for 2 days. I gave her a discount, $55 a day for 2 days. And but she needs a week. She needs a place to stay, and I'll give her a discount. I charge her $250 a week. That's nothing, and I'll let you guys either arbitrate the decision making on how much her rent is, and how much
you can say,
and I do it right on stream, and I'll tell her, hey, somebody contributed.
If it's $250, I'll drop my email in the back chat. Tell her
I'll let you talk to her if you want to talk to her.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking for.
I'll call her up. And I'm not telling you to come over to the channel, but I'm saying if you want to talk to her, you can, right. Whatever. But sometimes you gotta put your money where your mouth is. I've done this before, and none of the blacks were ever receptive. They talk about helping other blacks and stuff like this. But here's a chance.
Well, but he just said if you pull out, he got it.
I'm gonna go back over to my channel. I'm not advertising on your channel. I don't need the money. Shit, she came to me. I ain't gonna looking for her. And so it's not about money. I'm trying to prove a point here that I don't think the blacks really give a damn. And
he said he got you.
We're gonna see. Come on, you know how to reach me. You know my number is it's available. You can reach out to me if you want to talk to her. I'll let you talk to her. You can talk to your benefactor, or she can talk to her benefactor. And anyone else want to help out a black sister being pressured to live in the ghetto, can't afford to live anywhere else, no money. You want to help a sister out?
Why won't you help? Out of curiosity.
I'm the only one. I'm the only one willing to rent.
He's already offering her help, though.
Already in my house. She bought.
Mike.
I'm lowering the price for her. I'm lowering the price. That's my help. I'm willing to accept her after she broke a door in my house. That's more than the help that I should even be asked to give. I'm gonna go a step beyond and lower the rent, and even offer to help her because he didn't have $350. We're gonna see it. Maybe she.
So Michael M, hold on real quick. Michael M makes an interesting shout out to Michael M. Will you take back your point if us black brothers get together and help this sister out? Will you say, okay, look, the black brothers do care about the community. They do care about the blacks. Yeah, as you put it.
I think honestly, it will be a noble gesture. And again, it's not about me for the money, bro. You can say
hold on. I asked you. Hold on, real quick, John. Hold on, real quick. Hold on, real quick. Don't do me like that. I asked you. The brother Michael made up an interesting point, so I'm asking you a very direct question. If you answer my question first and then add the context to it after, I will allow that. There's no problem. So what I'm asking you is, once and if my brother already said he would, and if we join in and say, yeah, we give something towards that. Are you gonna fall back and say the blacks, so-called blacks, as you call them, are decent people and work together and try to look out for each other?
And I will say it was a noble gesture. Honestly, I'll tip my hat to that. But what I'm saying is, and the bigger point that I'm trying to make is, now, I'm not taking anything away from you. I said,
you're still going to be saying what you're saying.
In other words, you didn't answer the question, yes or no, brother, and then you can add the nuance.
I can't say I would necessarily change. I'll be honest, and this is why.
Right. Okay.
Because I think this is a one-off gesture. Okay. I'm just one man. There are many people, blacks, who are looking for housing, and I cover housing issues a lot. And right at the same time that she's looking for housing, I had a Spanish man, 60 years old. He just showed up in one of my properties. He's rented from me previously too, but he was a better tenant than her. And so these are the disadvantages that blacks are up against. For one, they don't have a lot of money. And two, they're getting pressured in their neighborhood by diversity. Like, again, this is an old Spanish man that's coming back.
I got it.
He's been on the phone as well.
If I need to drop the 250,
so I am just one guy, and it is a noble gesture. But there are very few people when they can take into account the laws and ring the people and stuff
blacks
like
who capitalize on.
There are very few blacks that will even have their doors open to rent to another woman. So while we can help her, it's noble.
We could also help you.
But no, not helping me, bro, because she's gonna rent from me or she's gonna rent from someone else or something. The dope gonna get sold. Right? I ain't worried about the dope getting sold. But it is interesting though that we talk a lot about black shit like this, but many of us don't have the facility to help.
But you present a situation like that as if people aren't doing things on their own.
John never intended to let that woman stay anyway. That's the point y'all not getting. John ain't gonna let
her stay anyway. She already paid for 2 more days. I offered her an option for a week or 2 weeks. She didn't have that, so she bought a dime bag.
I'm talking about in the context of this conversation.
Wait. He's talking about how. Hold on, I gotta present. It's my channel. So listen, he's talking about real estate. He's not talking about no actual drugs. There's no actual drugs being sold here. He's talking about real estate, a place to stay. All right, go ahead, fam.
A couple days, instead of a week or a quarter, or half a month.
Come on, man, stop with the drug talk.
I got
Izzy, you wild.
Can I ask the brother a question?
Wait, let the brother finish and then you can ask him. Yes, go ahead, brother. Go ahead, finish, and then brother can ask a question, and then my man Lord ADS can get in here. Go ahead. All right, go ahead, brother. You can ask the question.
Okay, so my question to you is why put this forth, right? If even if it was to get done, you're still gonna see black people as the same as you did previously.
Well, maybe you guys would change my mind, or maybe this will spur you to look at more things, more collectively. And this is an opportunity to help a woman. Again, don't necessarily help me. The rent's the police gonna get rented. But what I'm showing you again, like this is what the blacks are up against. Like this is in Washington D.C. The blacks are being out competed by the Spanish. The Spanish man, he got his money. He ain't tripping. The black lady, day by day, renting. Imagine that, trying to live day by day, getting up, going to work, hauling all your clothes and stuff around. That's what they're up against, and I see this every day. This is what I talk about.
But the way you frame it, even by using the blacks, and then like where's the we? Because you are black, right?
Yeah,
you may be in a better position, but
came to me, she didn't come to you.
No. I understand that. I understand that, brother. It's just the way you bringing it across to the table, right?
Yeah, I'm taking you kind of sensitive to words, but not.
No, not at all. I'm just trying to get your mind frame. I'm not aware of you. This is my first time on this channel.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying to get your mind frame.
I rent the blacks, people that most of you guys probably would never want to rent to. Mm-hmm.
So why is what? So if that's, and I'm sure that there's other groups of people that I know for sure. Like, listen, for example, there was this white guy who stayed in the neighborhood that my son's mother stays in, and this white guy burned down. He beat his girlfriend almost to deletion. Then he burned down the house that he was renting, and then he went and he caused an accident and ran over like 6 or 7 different cars, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but is that all white people that does that, or is that individual white man that crashed out and did that? And I guess the issue and problem that I have is attributing the actions of individuals to the collective, as if the collective operates this way. And that's what I was telling you before. Like, listen, I'm a person. If I rent your stuff, I'm gonna try to leave it in a better condition than when I found it, because I got to live there. So I want to make it as optimal for me and my living environment as possible. So I'm gonna do all that I can to make it a good situation.
And I know
me.
he has those tenants, Izzy. He don't talk about them though.
Man, again, I'm not saying all black tenants are bad.
I know you're not.
Right?
But
what I am saying though is that all it takes is one bad one.
Wait, but isn't this woman the black African woman that you're talking about? Isn't she African?
No, this one's not African.
Oh, okay, but there was an African woman you talking about. What's up? Say Light, what's going on, man? Salutations to you too, man. Congratulations on all your success, man. Salute to Say Light podcast in the building. Salute.
I profile, like, all it takes is one sometimes. I had one bad black that caused hell in the whole house. Then I had another, which is very interesting, and people always criticize me. I had a Chinese man booked the Airbnb listing from us, but he booked it in the ghetto. He actually booked it in the same house where this black woman is living. He looked up the neighborhood. He said, "Oh my God, I can't have my mother and my aunt coming there." So I showed him another neighborhood across town, a nicer neighborhood, and he said, "It's still too black." He didn't say that, but that's more or less what he's looking at, crime statistics. And so then the next person to come and rent from me was a pedophile.
Right.
And so this is like
PDF.
All right, yeah, you wow.
I didn't know that word was banned. PDF.
So the next person, shout out to the chat, man.
So the next person,
Party Marvin.
So the next person came. So the next,
Izzy, your chat is wild.
So the next person who came to rent was a PDF, and then I had another PDF. So I had 2 houses where it was PDFs. And so this is kind of the thing, like where no one wants to live around you, blacks, typically. And it ends up being like the lowest common denominator of people. And that would be PDF.
So why are you there?
What do you mean why I'm there? It don't bother me. I make a living over here doing this.
It
Because
sounds
no one
like
else
it
is.
bothers
I'm the
you.
only dope man on the corner. I'm the only one out here slinging this.
But you're complaining about it.
Boy, who complaining? Who complaining?
What I'm saying is,
what am I gonna
you
complain
could
about? He paid
hold
me.
on,
You know
John,
what?
bro. What I'm saying is, you could rent apartments out in a better neighborhood.
I do to white people.
So why are you complaining about this?
Wait.
Let him
So
go,
you
Izzy.
said, wait. So you're saying that you rent better apartments to white people? So if black people have the money to pay you, then you're gonna just take them to the ghetto and to the worst that you have, even if they have the money for the best that you have?
Preferably, yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Because they live differently.
That's diabolical. No, they don't. That's diabolical.
How do you know that? How do you know how white people live? You don't live with white people.
How do you know now that how do you know that I haven't lived with white people?
I can give you some examples. I can give you some.
Hold on. Let me give you some history real fast about me. I'm from New York, but I grew up in Arizona in the early 80s, and I lived around 100% white people. So
let me ask you this question though.
Yes.
Have you ever lived inside of a house sharing common space with a white person?
Yes, twice.
Okay, all right. Twice. And how long did you live around those white people?
One time for 3 months, and the other time 3 times, excuse me. One time for almost a year, one time for 3 months, and the other time for like 7 or 8 months.
So collectively about 2 years. So as a landlord, let me tell you what I see. Blacks play their music louder.
Come on, man.
I'm telling you. Like, gee, I had 60-year-old blacks walking around with Bluetooth speakers all throughout the house. White people don't do that. Black men chase women a little more. So they have a little bit more company, more sex. And that's what I've seen. I have white guys.
Whoa. They have more. What? You saying that black people have more sex than white people?
Black men, yeah. Yeah,
yo, you are out of your mind, bro.
Okay, well, you're telling me that it's not true.
Hold on.
Okay, let me ask you this question. I pose it like this. Let me ask you this question.
Sorry about that, is it?
Let me ask you this question. We got it. Okay. Let me ask you this question.
All of a sudden, niggas don't want to brag on that. It's crazy.
I know. We got an audience full of men, a panel full of men.
Hold on. What question?
I got 2 white men in my houses.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on, real quick. Stop it. Let me ask you a question because I don't even know where you're going. Are you saying? Let me just ask you a qualifying question. Are you saying that black men have more sex than white women do? Is that what you're saying?
No, what I said was black men more sex than white men.
Oh, then white men. Oh, okay. I thought you said then white people. My bad.
I heard rent that same apartment to a white woman.
So I was
about to say white women.
Hey, yo, Izzy, well played.
Let me finish.
Why I rock with you, Izzy.
Time out, John, hold on real quick. Time out. Give me a second.
Why I rock with you, Izzy.
Hold on. Give me a second, Wall Street. Because like, yo, you just saying stuff at this point, John. Because at the end of the day, hold on real quick. At the end of the day, that's a moot point. Because white women have more sex than all of them. So at the end of the day, it's very disproportionate, and it's not even worth talking about just strictly from a numbers perspective, right?
Okay, let me rephrase it then.
Okay. Black men getting a lot of those white women too.
Let me rephrase
my dog, Izzy.
Hold on. Let me rephrase it. Very few white women rent from me. Their daddies aren't about to let them be in a damn room with some strangers. Their daddies will pony up and get them an apartment. So most of the white people I rent to are white men.
Okay.
So no, they're not low class, but they're just men that are willing to live in a house with another man.
If they're renting from you, they're not a part of this establishment.
Some of their rents in the Northwest area where I rent to is probably more than what some of you guys pay. What I charge them. And so what I'm saying is that I've had a pretty much a bird's eye view to see how white men live in common spaces. And I've seen it for maybe 15 years now.
And I've
also had the opportunity to see how black people live in kind of segregated black spaces. And so I've often talk about
A certain
tragedy.
level of black people.
Right.
Because a man like myself would never be your tenant.
Right. I understand.
Right.
But what I realize is that, like, I've had many white men that were incels, like no women for years. I had black men have women in and out, and they could be a janitor, they could be unemployed, and they still have women in and out.
Yeah, Izzy, what we doing?
And now, what does that cause? Well, that causes friction, not just friction with the domestic aspect of it between the man and the woman, but then it causes friction with the other guests in the house. You know, a guy bringing women in and out, and making noise. You know what they're doing. The extra bathroom time, and on it goes.
They ain't get no pussy either. Yeah.
No, I'm saying the white guys. From what I've seen, it's just my experience. Like, they're not driven by that.
It's a bunch of low-income white men.
Right.
Hold on,
time out.
The fact that they're not getting boxed.
All right, 1 second. I gotta let ADS get in there, and then Leonard Roy. What's up? Welcome to the show, Leonard Roy. Let me let ADS get in there because ADS been waiting patiently. Go ahead, ADS, and then Leonard Roy, and then we'll open it back up, man. Go ahead.
Okay. So let me start with this. What up, panel? This looked like a whole chaotic truth panel, but I'm good with it though.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So back to what John was saying. There was some truth in what John just said. Black men do have more sex than white men. We got more creatine in our blood, thus our testosterone. So we have higher testosterone levels than they do in most cases. But I was up here for Wall Street Willie. So you said you vote for Kamala Harris?
Sergio.
I gotta run, man. I gotta get back to some of my tennis, man. Sorry.
All right, man. No problem.
You know how to help.
Y'all support the show, man.
I'm on your heels, John. Oh, John.
Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead.
So Wall Street, you said you would vote for Kamala Harris?
Right now, in hindsight, yes.
Brother, I put it this way. Even though Trump might not be the most how you say civil president we've ever had, I still couldn't see myself voting for Kamala. I mean, not at all. I mean, the woman ran on feminism, which doesn't benefit men the least bit, oppressed black men during their 4-year tendency, and on top of that, she ran on abortions. I mean,
delete, yeah, come on, y'all.
And so to your point, right?
Some royalty and princesses, a bunch of celebrities with this whack ass. What was his name again? That dude that she was running with, Tim Waltz. That weak pussy ass.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine putting a vote up for that.
So here's what I'm saying, right? I do have a different vantage point on my voting in the past. What I'm saying is this current space we're in politically, right? Having whole assassinations on TV, right? All of this goofiness going on. The one thing I know about the Democrats is you're going to get more of the same. But more of the same is actually stability. I'm just saying I don't like where we are as a country right now. Looking at where we are with Donald Trump being voted in, no, I don't like where America is.
Yo, but let me just say this. Hey, shout out to KP for Casey. You can give me a second, brother. You can. Give me 1 second. Let me handle my business if you don't mind. This is a business. Yo, shout out to KP for KC5. Thank you very much for the super chat, for the cash. I appreciate you. John Gold is the new face of Black Wall Street. God damn it. Yo, shout out to you. Appreciate you. Go ahead, ADM. I just need to pay some bills, brother. Go ahead. You got it. Let me pay my bills, brother.
Yeah. I mean, Don has been chaotic, but I expected chaos, right? And this is what the reset button looks like. Things had gotten so extreme in the country that men voted for the reset button. Even if feminism was free sex for a lot of men, not for all men. Let's be honest, probably not even for most men, but for some men, right? They still hit the reset button on this. At the end of the day, man, I mean, the extremes they were working with on that end of the aisle should have frightened you more than anything because, let's be honest, for 4 years we were demonized. I mean, they even had a whole list for us, and nobody.
So let me put in perspective how I view the world, right? I don't even think sending the National Guard into Chicago is about blacks or black crime, right? I think those in power see where the world is going, and with this thing that everybody types prompts into called AI, that's gonna wipe out a lot of jobs. I don't think they're preparing for us. I think they're practicing on us. I think the elites see a problem down the road that unfortunately you might not see.
Okay, since we're gonna get deep into it, let me tell you what I think. The National Guard, you're right, ain't for black people, ain't even for illegals. It's for real estate. White folks want that real estate back. That's prime real estate in the middle of a city. Like at Howard, right? If you've been watching this, he's saying he's moving the people out in the projects behind Howard University too. That's going on all the way in DC because they want that real estate back. Now, on the other thing, you know what I'm saying that you're talking about, right? What was it again? I forgot. Well,
Yeah, I'm saying it's real bigger than that. I don't think the elites are worried about the real estate in DC. What I think they see, right, is the potential for civil unrest because the economy is doing a great reset. You worried about politics? What I'm saying to you is, right? Let me put it this way. When's the last time you called a 900 or 800 number and actually
we
spoke
had
to
a
someone?
conversation about that yesterday. Yeah, I work in AI. So cognitive search and basically speech, audio, all those good stuff with function apps.
So now wait. So now wait, though, that's not the point. What I'm talking about is jobs, right? So
I wish you would stop cutting me off so I could finish what the fuck.
But wait, you cut
Come
me
on,
off, bro.
I need that 5
cut
though.
me
I
off.
need that.
Brother,
Hold on.
you've been cutting me off.
Hold on, don't
right,
cut him
ahead.
off. Let him finish, but I need that 5 ADS. Go ahead.
Izzy, it would be tweaking for words, nigga.
Yo, come on, man. Let's don't do that.
Back to what I was saying though. Back to what I was saying though, right? You talking about total collapse of society based on the economic policies that are in place. I don't think that's going to happen. Not even remotely close, because the people who need to be taken care of are going to get taken care of. Yeah, your poverty threshold is going to creep up quite a bit, but the people who need to be, need the money, they're going to get their money. Now, on the flip hand side of that, though, what I saw was a group moving in another group of people, even though they were undocumented, to replace us. Why do you think all these city jobs, all these ordinance jobs are going out to Latin folks? Because they're just better? No, not in the least bit. It's really simple, because they're cheaper and longer labor, right? They don't have to pay them contracts. They don't have to pay them medical or healthcare benefits. They're not with the unions.
Real quick, Ayo, Izzy, it was 5 for his F-bomb, right?
He paid it. But if you want to support the show,
that was me. I just sent that. That was me.
Okay.
What?
I paid for his F-bomb.
Oh, yo, thank you. Well, he got a credit.
He got $10. Willie.
Hold on, relax. ADS, come on, man. I'm doing the show. ADS,
I want to have a conversation. Yeah.
Thank you. Go ahead. Thank you. But he paid it. Appreciate both of y'all. Thank you. Go ahead.
Keep it cool, Izzy.
Does that mean somebody get a free credit, or does it just belong to ADS?
Come on, man. No, but we've already. Hold on.
Okay, I got a free
No. Time out. We've already far exceeded our F-bomb quota. That's why I had to put it back, because we was being way too liberal with it. And
I'm just saying, there's money in the bank.
Hold on, real quick. We want to keep the stream up, right? Because it's a dope conversation, and I want y'all to be able to be heard. So if we can please not.
No, Izzy. One thing we can't stand for is theft, Izzy. So I got a free one.
No,
I'm
brother,
not one that runs from the conversation, so I paid your
tariff.
So you can make your point.
He paid it and you paid it. So, but
that's $10.
Yo, family, come on, bro. Let's move forward. What I'm saying is, the point is to not use the F-bomb. That's what we're trying to, because it takes away from the stream. So if we could move forward, I appreciate it. And there's no theft here.
We got
so I got one free F-bomb.
Oh, this man,
you
make me say the F-bomb, man. Go ahead.
Just take the 5 minutes. Just take the extra 5.
Christ. Go ahead, man. Jesus Christ.
But that's my thought on this. To me, I saw a group of people trying to replace us. What they were doing was standing us up, allowing us to get all these free benefits like welfare, allowing them to get into positions and roles. And once we were no longer useful, found a way to put us out to sea, right? I think there's a lot of stuff going on here when it comes to chess play and politics in our communities and our societies that we don't see. But a total collapse of the economy, I don't see that.
Really? Are you serious right now? You don't. Wait a minute. I apologize. And then Wall Street, really, you got next. You don't see and then I gotta let Leonard get in here too. You don't see a total collapse of the economy coming as far as the dollar. You don't see that coming sooner than later.
What I see coming is that we're gonna your biggest fear shouldn't even be this, what you per se, right? It should be more that we become Brazil, a third world country. This is what happened to Brazil. At one point in the 1700s, Brazil was the richest country in the world. But the rich got too greedy and really started extorting the poor with taxes, fees, all types of other stuff, which shifted the whole entire demographic to the point where it became like this poverty stricken country because the rich were just getting richer and the poor were just getting far more poor. That should be your biggest concern there. But besides that though, I mean total collapse of the dollar, I mean I could see us losing, value, but not total collapse like you're talking about 0.01 cent to the, what I'm saying, versus a chin, right? Or a ruby. I don't think we get down to rubies.
So what if they change the currency like they're taught? What if they change the currency from paper to total digital? You don't think that there's a risk far more risk proposition in changing it to total digital currency?
That could be something, but also keep in mind we've had digital currency now for over 30 years.
No, but we've never been on a total digital currency system, like 100% digital currency system, a cashless
we're not
society.
going there in America.
You don't think we'll be on a cashless
No.
system? What?
In America?
I give
No.
it less than 15 years, bro.
I don't think we'll be on a digital system, right? Like that whole Bitcoin and all of that. Nah,
What
we
about
may be
stablecoin?
cashless,
What
right?
about
Everything
stablecoin?
may be tap on your phone, but I don't think it's going digital the way people think. I think
But
the
tap.
bigger issue.
Wait, hold on, real quick. I apologize, and then I want you to get to the bigger issue. But how is tap on your phone not strictly digital if that's the only form of currency that there is?
Because when we're talking about digital currency, we're talking about Bitcoin. We're talking about those digital currencies. I'm not like tapping is still dealing with the monetary system that's in place. It's dealing with the dollar, right? My point is this, right? Well, what I know and what I see coming, right? Like my managers even tried to get me to project manage my own job being out of here, right? Because of AI. What I'm saying to you is we're worried about as a population, not even just black people. We're worried about a lot of the wrong things. I think AI is going to obliterate the job market. And I will preface that by saying, think about the last time you called Sprint or any company to pay a bill. Nobody says, hello, welcome to Sprint. My name is Wall Street Willie. No, it's all press 1 if you want this, press 2 if you want that. That has literally wiped out call centers, right? Which in the past was a pretty stable, lucrative job. You could survive in the right state. In the right state, you could live well off of working out of a call center. That job is going to be gone. I'm saying when you look at the longshoreman strike, right? Yeah, they were asking for more money, but the main thing they was asking for was, right? We know you already have this technology ready to go. We don't want to automate these ports for another 7 years. They even see what's coming over the horizon. And I don't think a lot of times we're having the right conversations. That's the real issue. I'm more worried about Skynet than I am about white people, if I'm being honest.
Right, but wait, hold on, OG Duder. Let me let Leonard get in there, and then you got in after that. OG Duder, shout out to you. Go ahead, Leonard, and then OG Duder is next, and we'll open it up. Shout out to both of y'all.
Okay, now to agree with Wall Street Willie, right? It used to be when you move someplace and you got cable TV or you got internet, a technician had to come out, didn't they?
Yes.
Remember them days?
Now they send a blip.
What goes on now?
They send a blip.
No, what goes on now is you go to whatever place, you pick up the equipment, you twist all the wires and cables in yourself in where you're at, then you call them and tell them all the stuff has been plugged up and plugged in, and it's not even a person. They say to activate new equipment, press 1. King, put equipment serial number in. If you need more time, just say more time. It's all on like that. You paying for something and you actually doing work as a cable internet technician in your own house.
Hey, give me a second. Hey, Wall Street Willie, if you're switching up, wave in the back, bro. So, because I got two Wall Street Willies, one in the back and one on the panel. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like when you go to self checkout. That's like you know. I feel like this. I should get about 3% off on the groceries or something because I'm ringing the stuff up and bagging it up like I work there.
Stop right there, Leonard. Stop right there real quick, right?
I'm gonna stop.
Those were once jobs, right? Like there was a cashier that rang you up at some point. That's no longer a job in the workforce. I'm saying that's the bigger issue. So go ahead and keep cooking because you made a point.
See that's the thing. That's what Wall Street is talking about. Hold. Give me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now, that's what Wall Street Willie talking about. See, that's what he's talking about. Now they're moving into music production. You have people, these different artists that are like, "Hey, look, we'll sue you if you use our voice, sound, likeness on anything," because there's a lot of music out there that is AI developed. It's some old blues music. It's funny too. You listen to the lyrics, you'll laugh all day long. You would think that it's an actual real artist. They got a doggone blues group called the Ice Cubes doing a blues rendition back in the day of No Vaseline. And you know it's AI, it ain't real. They got the doo-wop hair, Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers and all that. You know it ain't real, but it's funny though. And they're doing that, and it sounds like, you know, that could be a real song. You got that going on. So yeah, they're worried about white folk, worry about AI, because if you don't get into a occupation that is AI proof, like you got to run this conduit up in these houses and string that wire and run them water pipes and do to this and do to that and pull the water heater in and assemble it with the pipes and put stuff like that. Those are the last jobs that are left. You see what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Everything else is AI. You got the military jobs getting eliminated. Gotcha. They ain't got to send soldiers in. They can fly a drone and you be took out before you even know you took out.
No doubt.
See? So Wall Street Willie, he is right on that in all accounts. One last thing, and it's going to be quick. John is trying to be like that other dude, Chaos, whatever his name is.
Chaotic Truth.
Thank you. Yeah, he's trying to provocative his way up to a platform of some sorts, and talking about he rents apartments he rents rooms.
The conservative black grift is real.
All right.
He rents rooms, little tenement slum rooms to people who can't afford anymore. And he don't even have the upkeep going in those rooms that he rent because he's on YouTube damn near 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So if you are a property owner, something's gonna break. You got the various rooms you renting. You know, people leave out the room. Don't you got to go and look and make sure that they didn't tear the place up or something before you re-rent it? Don't you have to go and change the code on the lock to get in? Since you don't change the keys, don't you have to go and do something at your properties on a daily basis?
All right, let's move this forward.
Okay, just moving on with it, John.
Hold on real quick. Shout out to John. He's not here no more to defend himself, so let's move this forward.
Yeah, I know. He's talking about what you're talking about on your stream on his channel right now because I'm watching it.
Come on. Laptop. I got you. Come on, bro. Now you're doing too much. Yo, OG Do Dirty. What say you, man?
Only thing I wanted to say was y'all made some good points, bro. When it comes to the digital currency, it's like Lord ADS said, it's been implemented for at least 30-something years, probably more than that. But the main source of it is getting people to use it, and that's been a greatly thing that they have already done. I don't think nobody up here has ever went to Spotify or paid anything cash for Spotify. You haven't. Ain't no spot you can go to and do it. I haven't seen nobody send cash money to Netflix. You remember back in the day before I'm a 92 baby, so I'm pretty sure some of y'all was 80s and 70s. People used to send
60s.
money.
Lies.
People used to send money through mail, right? So they have instituted some of these things. When it comes to just moving technology, people think that sometimes that the last frontier of something will be the end of it. Well, it's still going to have a position. Some of these, like construction, putting wires in houses, plumbing and stuff like that. Yes, there will always be a spot for somebody to do, but the technology in the last 5 years, bro, they didn't already solve that problem. Like most people don't even know, but you can go look at new gadgets. You can go look at the stuff that they make, bro, on the interweb, right? They can build your house with a machine made with concrete, and they have a machine, bro, that lays wire and pipes that they can say that can be better than a human and have it done less time than what a human does. Only thing they got to implement now is roofing. And that's the next thing that they working on, because everything that they build roofs with, they have some type of technology that will help the person. So now they're trying to take away the person. The whole point of it is that once you implement something, it's a goal that they see way beforehand. The problem I have with the conversation is we always want to put it back on, and just the first part of it, on the white man. Like we believe for some reason, bro, that the white man controls everything, right? And if you say he does, but the same people that's on his level, the wealthy billionaires, they all get together. Black, white, Indian, Chinese, whatever it is, they don't have no racism in them, right? It's only the people that's lower to them that can control and stop the other things from happening because of what they're trying to gain. It's just like when you talk about the companies, again, that took away the phone calling, right? These people was making money. They was making good money. But what they found out was, again, I can get rid of these people, add this technology to it, and I'm going to make way more money. So why would we need them, right? So you can take away something to improve what the individual want, you know what I'm saying, or the individual company or whatever organization it is. They can do that to get rid of some of the stuff, but the main purpose of it is to make more money, to improve them, not to improve overall. It used to be an overall thing.
No doubt.
Society was what we used to do. Now it's just improving on individuals and what they want to gain. They monetary gain. That's what they're looking for. So that's why people would implement certain stuff like that.
No doubt. Let me read these real quick. Thank you very much to the Lockhart Perspective. Got to pay some bills. Y'all make sure y'all support the show, support the streaming. I mean, dope discussions deserve dope donations. Compensation for the conversation. Let's do good business. Shout out to the Lockhart Perspective. I appreciate you. Thank you for the $5. Read the book Atlas Shrugged by Ayn Rand. We'll let you know why the guy chose the name John Galt as his stream name. Colonizer. Wow. Yo, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Hold on real quick. Because of the Lockhart Perspective, that's a lady, a woman. Because of the Lockhart Perspective, we only need 18 more people, at least $5 a piece. Y'all help us reach our goal today. Help us reach our goal. Thank you so much.
You don't mind if I say this out loud. How wonderful life is, 'cause you're in the world.
I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Appreciate you. Go ahead, Hood Servative.
The name John Galt is definitely a character from an Ayn Rand story, a novel, Atlas Shrugged, and it actually tells how unlearned so many people can be. The character John Galt was not a bad person. Definitely, I don't think there were any racial overtones to the character John Galt whatsoever. It was more about a guy who kind of saw the collapse of society and pulled away and started leading a new kind of society. It had nothing to do with anybody racial.
Hey, thank you very much to the Book of RLM. How you doing, sis? Good to see you. Thank you so much. She said, happy Sunday, gentlemen. Thank you for the $2. Y'all be like the Lockhart Perspective and the Book of RLM and support the show. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let me give her this.
I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Thank you so much. Go ahead, family. You got it.
Remember VCR tapes?
Of course.
Things change, don't they?
Yeah, of course they do. Hey, the Lock Her Perspective said he sat around old woman all day because his mama wanted him to. Okay. I haven't read that book yet, so I'm not familiar with the book. Let me welcome some more people in the building. If y'all not talking, if y'all can mute, what's up, Mel? Mel said a lot of these folks are not ready. A lot of things are about to change for a lot of folks. Some who think their job stability is solid. Nope. Yeah, that's a fact. Shout out to Coach Ferg. What's up, Coach Ferg, in the building? What will you old ninjas do to ensure your slow kids are prepared to secure their future? What skills do they have? That's a good question. Maybe we could go around with that. Book of RLM. Good to see you. Vanta Black. What's up, man? Said, and a cashless society equals absolute control over you. That's a fact. That is actual factual. Money Marco said cashless is digital. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Money Marco. Yes, it is. No F-bombs. Go ahead. So this is the point, right? Shout out to Wall Street Willie. He had the dip, but yo, the point that
Coach Ferg said.
All right, give me a second though. This is the point, right? So the thing is that from a perspective of taking away the jobs and then making the society digital, man, then it's total control, absolute control. They can shut your water off, turn your water on, shut your electricity off, turn your electricity on. They could monitor and control the amount that you spend per day, force you to spend a certain amount, keep you from spending other amounts, control what you buy, control what you eat, control, and it's going to the end times. That's what it's seeming like to me. Go ahead, OG Do Dirty. What say you?
To that point that Coach Ferg just got through speaking up, I think the parents will have to be more of a chameleon in these times. It's not where you need both sides, and what I mean by both sides is you need the hands-on, teaching people how to do things. If you're a carpenter, if you're a farmer, if you anything like that you can teach them, that would be something good for them to know and have as a skill. But you will also, as I'm saying, you got to be a chameleon and work both sides. They won't have to learn all the technology inside of that industry. So and like I said, that's why I pointed out most industries will be going to automatic and doing stuff like that. To Izzy's point, it's changing. So if no people are working inside grocery stores, they don't need manual people to stock no more because they can build a facility to have robots drop everything off, make ordering calls. Only thing they need as a person to do is to control all that. Then that would be something that would be the chameleon part of you teaching your kids not only how to do things, but then how to control those things through the machines.
Yeah, see, that's something that my son was talking to me about, saying that he was in school for something to do with robotics repair. Said because they're going to have a lot of robots doing a lot of things, but have they got the technology to the point that the robots can repair each other?
That's coming.
I want to point something
that's
out.
what I'm saying. It's coming, but that's how he looked at it. He said, you know what? I don't think they have people, they don't have robots that can repair the other robots just yet. You got the cars that automatically drive. They don't have robots that can automatically repair those cars. So where you can look at something and it needs human interaction, that's where you need to look at. And then he said, because he was born in 92, he's like, but the generation after me, I don't know what they got.
Yo, no doubt. Hey, what say you, conservative?
I just wanted to point out something because we started out this whole conversation on the whole left-right thing and all that, and I spend a lot of time up on these panels defending the right-wing viewpoint and all that, and I keep pointing out how as much as Black people are attached to one side of the aisle, that other side of the aisle isn't kind of looking forward and trying to get you guys to think about the problems of tomorrow that everybody was just talking about here with robotics and digital currency and all that. Everybody's kind of locked into this whole white man framework, and that's not the conversation that's the conversation that's being had going forward. And people are just kind of stuck in this box right now, and things are changing around you, and you being stuck in the 1965 March on Selma movement. That's the old wave, bro.
That's a fair statement. Shout out to Innate Ways. What's going on? And Ignorant TV said no, he would not, and I don't think he would either. Shout out to Aaron. Aaron said it's a yes or no question. John Gold. Shout out to Big Bad Bull. He probably smashing her, which is why she getting that discount. Shout out to Voice of Venus. If he cares about black people, why doesn't he help her? That's a fact. What's up, Blanco? What's going on? What's up, KP for KC5? Appreciate that. Cash App, man. Thank you, Venmo. EJ, what's up? He got cameras, y'all wild, man. Thank you very much. Let me make sure I got everybody. Thank y'all so much for coming through. Make sure y'all hit the like. Likes are free. Likes don't cost nothing. Sure, they have Tesla uses fixforbot.com. Wow. So they have the bots that can fix the bots already in place. But I do agree with you. Hold on. I do agree with you 100%. Leonard and Hood Conservative, when you say that we have to find the ways that we can be useful and that we can make our way where we're not useless. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really what it's going to come to. It's going to come to useful people versus useless people, right? And the more we prepare ourselves to be useful, the more we prepare ourselves to be able to adjust and acclimate, the better off we're going to be, you know?
And if I could make a quick point, and I want Hood Conservative to carry it on. When you see all those videos, they're talking about ICE in Chicago and the protesting and this and that. That's Broadview. That's a little community but outside Chicago. Look at the demographics. That community is 68% black. You see no blacks out there protesting, do you? So the bamboozle of presentation is definitely on. I mean, you could Google it yourself to look at what's the demographics of that area. So when you don't see any blacks out there protesting, one thing I say about the blacks in Chicago, everybody's like, man, it ain't got nothing to do with us. So you got a couple of handful here, there, little sprinkles, but in general, black Chicago is like, they ain't got nothing to do with us. They put them in our neighborhood to take our place. Yeah, we don't want them here. Now the government is helping get them out our hood.
Nah, but hey, listen, did you hear about that building? There was a building that they had.
Yeah, on 75th and South Shore Drive.
Right.
Yeah, but most people ain't gonna agree with that.
Real quick, I'm talking, y'all. There was mostly black people. There was mostly black people in that building. So yes, it was. Yes, it was. My people live out that way. It was mostly black people in the building. They allegedly was trying to get 6 gang leaders from the Venezuela gang out of there, but they excavated 100 people during the time and they held them for about 5 hours. I played the video the other day, and my people live out there. My people told me about it first. So that's absolutely what happened.
Yeah, and Izzy's right on that, because see what they did, they scooped up anybody, they asked you for your ID. If you didn't have your ID on you, or your ID wasn't upgraded, like with the that little star, what they call it, real ID. Yeah. Oh, they threw you in the truck.
Yeah.
Man, I was born at Stroger Hospital. I was born at Holy Cross. I was born at Little Company of Mary. I was getting the truck. We got to verify you. If we verify you, we'll let you go. And then those that had warrants, they turned them immediately over to the police. Because see what they do in Chicago, if they got warrants, they don't carry ID because they know the police are not going to take you to the station to print you and try to find out your identity. They ain't finna go through all that. That's already known. So if you got a warrant, you get them a fake name. My name is John Smith.
Yeah, you're right about that, though. You're right about that. You're right about that, though, Leonard.
I mean, I'm from the Chi. I'm telling you what it is.
But the problem with that is
Izzy is not lying about his people. Letting them know what happened.
Yeah, but it's still a problem with that when you sit here and say that they went there. If you listen to what Izzy just got through saying and what the story is, they went there for illegals. It's ICE agents, sir.
No, but hold on, but that's
only what ICE agents they went there.
Hold on. No, that's not accurate. It wasn't only ICE agents. It was Homeland, it was ICE, it was FBI, and it was local law enforcement. And what they did was, that's what I'm saying, they did it under the guise of trying to get 6 daggone whatchamacallit, but they had
It
children out
wasn't
there and
6,
everything.
bro. It was 30-something people that they
Yo,
took out of the
according
building.
to the
Those are the ones that
hold
they
on,
kept.
come out. According to the reports, I did the stream on this the other day. It was 6.
You
The
did
people said-
preliminary reports.
The
When you
people
get
said
to
it was.
the
Hold
numbers,
on,
it
real
was
quick.
30.
The ICE agents themselves said it was 6 people that they was looking for.
Bro, when it was on CNN last night when they started actually releasing official numbers. They pulled out 30 people. We talk about these things too quickly, and we throw around stories and narratives that people just be passing around on Facebook. But then when it boils down to the actual the official story and official numbers, 30 people got dragged out of a building that had basically been taken over. The building itself was like majority Latino, so it wasn't like a black building.
No, it was not.
No, it wasn't. It's a lie. That's what I'm trying to tell you. First of all, it was a majority black
Latinos
building.
on South Shore Drive.
Hold on for real. It was a majority black building. Second of all, the truth is the guys that they went under because they said it was allegedly 6 bosses that was in that building allegedly. But they used it to disrupt that particular community in that particular building, and they threw United States citizens in budget trucks and U-Haul trucks to sort them out allegedly. So come on, man. Let's don't. However many people they pulled out over 100 people, and my people live out there, bro. I'm not telling you what the news said. I'm telling you what my homie.
How are they supposed to get them out there?
My people live out there, so I'm telling you what my homie. No. Stop trying to stop me from saying this. I have people that live there, and they were the ones that told me about it first when it first happened. So this
how were they supposed to get them out then? If that was so wrong, what were they supposed to do? Knock on the doors and ask them to politely deport?
Come on, man. But okay, so let me ask you this. So then what was the
I like an answer though.
What was the purpose of them holding those other citizens that showed that they were citizens all that time?
Well, for one, if you're going to secure a building, that's what's required. Everybody in that building is now under lockdown. We're going to go through you one by one. And then 2, I don't even know that they like kicked down doors and dragged everybody out. They just caught people in some type of dragnet, and then they let people go as they sorted everybody out because they were looking for a large amount of people. And so when you get to the situation where there's an apartment building, there's a bunch of illegals in there, they're dug in basically. How do you propose this goes down?
Okay, let me.
What was the name of the apartment complex?
Let me.
It was a building.
Hold on, Leonard.
They gave.
So we need to find out. What was the name of the apartment complex, and we can find out how many units it holds, and then you can have them certain type of questions. Because just saying they net holded people and brought them out of there because they was doing a search of a building, again, it's just ways that you do searches, sir. Right? If you don't still take somebody out the building, sir, if you understand, you got information on record. You literally can match things up like they do when they match you up to find that if you in the correct place. It's easy, sir. I mean, everything.
So
is
like
record.
you stand at the front door and you let them run out the back. I mean, what do you propose?
It's not that.
You're not giving me a real answer, bro.
That.
You think it's that simple?
Yeah, it really is, sir. If you're doing a sweep on something, sir, even if they have to go to the person and ask the person at the door, sir, who are you? And they tell them, well, I'm so and so. I live here in this apartment. Let me see your ID. Make sure you're American. You go through that. Then they want to go through and do a sweep. No problem with that. But when people getting dragged out, I ain't gonna say drag. When people getting pulled out their houses, bro, and zip ties and stuff, again, bro, that's different. It's not the same as you going through doing a check on and making sure nobody else is in here. We know you are the people. You're not the people we're looking for. Yes, if we in here sweeping the building, it's no problem for you to step outside the door. Let us go in there because we're going to have many, as Izzy said, it's different agencies there. Y'all can go through that building and do what you need to do. If you wanted the answer, I gave it to you. So what would you say about that?
One, you really didn't give much of an answer. But,
oh, wow.
Well, because here's the fact of it. What you're asking in practical matter is either you lock down the entire building and you go through anybody that you catch one by one. And here's the key. I don't think anybody ever said doors got kicked in, which is crucial because, yes, what?
Hold on. I'm gonna play it right now. I got you. I'm gonna play it
Because
right
listen,
now.
in order for a door to get kicked in, that means individual warrants for individual residences have to be filed, which means they're building a case. They're looking for individual people amongst this large group of people, right? So in that situation, what's most likely going to happen is you stop everybody from coming and going, and then you deal with everybody one at a time, and you kick the doors that you have permit to kick, and anybody that's in another house, if you stayed in there, they probably didn't kick your door in there and just come grab you. But if you're just in the hallway, if you're coming and going, well, now you got caught up.
No, it was early in the morning, but let's play this. So this is it real quick. Hey, shout out to my guy Coach Ferg that just came on the show. Salute to you. Shout out to JD1975 in the chat. Salute to you. Yo, y'all make sure y'all support the show, man. Support the stream. I think we just need 16 more people or 18 more people, at least $5 a piece. Y'all support the show, man. Help us reach our goal today. Let's go.
She says they took everyone and then asked questions later.
They just treated us like we were nothing.
Patricia Fisher said she came out to the hallway of her apartment complex on the corner of 75th and South Shore Drive in her nightgown around 10 Monday night, only to find ICE agents yelling police.
It was scary because I've never had a gun put in my face. They asked my name and my date of birth and asked me, did I have any warrants? And I told them no, I didn't.
She said she was then handcuffed and released around 3 a.m. Fisher says she was told if anyone had any kind of warrant out for them, even if it was unrelated to immigration, they would not be released. Citizen video shows the chaotic scene overnight. Budget trucks and military.
I know that her speech was very ineloquent and very inarticulate, and that's what they do. Because watch this, brother. They cut what he said.
Style vans were used to separate parents from their children. Other neighbors say they saw agents destroying property to get in the building.
See? They had a big 15-inch chainsaw with a round blade on it, cutting this fence down. We're under siege. We're being invaded by our own military.
The FBI did confirm this
Now
morning.
the intelligent, hold on, the intelligent brother, the brother that had articulate, they cut his speech all the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They cut his speech.
Because his words cut, bro. His words cut deep. When you say words like that in the way that he's saying them, again, that's not framing anything. It's giving you a vivid picture of something that tragically happened. It ain't like he was over there saying that people got pulled out their house, sir, and out of nowhere, bro.
All I want to say is
you know what I'm saying? You just got off of work, sir. You sitting at the house, you got your kids in there sleeping. Oh, you and your kids getting yanked out there. You just can't.
Notice they didn't tell no
All I'm
kids.
going to say is this. I got
They were like Venezuelan
we're
kids.
still in the first year. We're not even through the year and a half mark. We still in the first year. Y'all gonna have to desensitize a little bit because y'all might see a lot of this. You see, people laugh when I say when I say that they want that real estate back, but there's several things attached to that real estate that you have no idea that works for you. Like for instance, you know how Democrats have been able to stay in power so long in cities? Because this is where we all kind of populate at in metropolitan areas, right? You break that up, the Dems are done. Prime real estate. They reject
hold on for a second. Hold on, Leonard. No, but no, man, no. Like, yo, so what you're saying is, in order for a certain regime to stay in power, we need to give up our civil liberties and our rights as American citizens, and that's not cool at all. Like at the end of the day, that is for big government, which our president says that he's against. Our president said that he's against big government. He said that he's against government being in your personal affairs and your personal business. He said that he's against that. So at the end of the day, if you have people trying to quote unquote take prime real estate for the purpose of breaking up a democratic regime or a democratic agenda, yo, no, I'm not for that either. Like at the end of the day, if we're supposed to be a democratic republic, as people tried to tell me we was, then we need to be able to have our rights intact so that we can have our civil liberties. Like what are we talking about?
Zone with illegal immigrants so they can maintain their democratic stronghold is the Democrats abusing black people's civil liberties. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
And I have a video on Executive Mind. It's a really short. It's shorter than what you just played, but you can't just watch the news when it comes to these type of things, bro. This is why I don't actually believe what's being said.
You didn't hear me. Hold on.
Things, bro.
Hold on, you're misrepresenting. I told you that I have people that live there that told me themselves. They was the one that put me onto it. They live there.
I got that, but you're only playing that one clip. It's been now twice you and I have spoken about this, and you keep playing the one clip from the news. That's what I'm saying. So like, and this I have other clips. There's a lot more to show if you want to get the full picture of it. The news is going to show you people being hyperbolic, people acting like something horrible happened, because that's what the news does to niggas. They always tell you that the white man is coming. The news always tell you that the boogeyman out to get you.
So wait a minute. Are you trying? Wait, hold on, real quick.
I'm waiting.
Are you trying to tell me? Are you trying to tell me that your clip is not from the news?
No, it's not.
What is your clip? Where's your clip from?
Put the link in the back chat if you want to preview it.
No. Where's your clip from? Is what I'm asking.
It's a Chicago. It's a woman. It's a Chicago resident standing in front of the building that just got raided.
All right, go ahead.
Was it that one? Or was it just a building in Chicago that got raided? Was it that one? Was it this situation?
That's what I just said, bro.
And was it the same black woman?
No, it's not the black woman from the news.
Okay. Now, let me explain something as a former Chicagoan that know firsthand opposed to being on the outside looking in. As of they, white people, want the real estate back, not in Chicago, okay? Not on the south, east, or west side of the city. They already have the north side. They are comfortable with that. Now, if you look at the apartment building that got raided, it is 7500 South Shore Drive. It's 208 units in that doggone building. The rent in that building is, for the one bedroom, you're looking at about $1,300 per unit, right? All right. Now, this is what you need to do. Go in the same city to the north side, 6100 North Sheridan Road, and you will see one bedroom apartments of the same square footage, $2,500 a month rent. You won't see them up there. You won't see them up there. They already got what they want. Their lakefront property, real nice buildings, all of that. So whenever I hear blacks say they, white people, want Chicago back, I'm like, they have been saying that I was born in 1963, and I remember that being said since I was about 5 years old. And the only thing white that came to the city is the stripes to separate the left side from the right side of the road. Hello.
I mean, you gotta understand, Leonard Lamboy.
Yeah.
You gotta understand that. I think the piece that you're missing is, you still gotta house the people that work for you, right? If you own the business, they gotta have a place to stay.
Wait, hold on. Hold on real quick. I'm trying to let Coach Ferg get in here too, real quick. Go ahead, Coach Ferg. You got it.
Well, before I answer and respond to what I just heard, was there anything like particular that y'all were discussing overall?
Well, yeah, but right now we're on this the
Chicago thing.
Yeah, how they're coming in Chicago and they're not just dealing with illegals.
I know exactly where this location is. I live 4 blocks from it off South Shore Drive. I lived on 79th and South Shore, right? So It is a predominantly black neighborhood, and it is right next to the lakefront. And yes, since the last, I would say 2016, 17, well, I'll say this, since President Obama designated a national monument on the South Side, Pullman National Monument, yes, they have been trying to sort of, I guess, push blacks out, because that area is a prime area. It's lakefront property. It's homeowners along that property. There's also rental properties along that. And just what y'all been hearing about over the last year and a half with, I guess, Fannie Willis, they're trying to take the metro train and extend it out to the Dalton and Sibley. So they were trying to overprice, I guess, jack the property values up to overinflate to force people out. And this is all part of it. This is what they're going to be doing in every major city. They won't, because young white people are not moving to the suburbs. They want to be in the city to ride their bike, ride their unicycle to work, and skateboards to work. And they understand that that's prime real
Access to
estate
amenities.
in the cities.
Exactly.
A lot of people can't afford it because a lot of people in those inner cities, most of them are renters. When you're a renter, you have no collective bargaining. You can't dictate who comes in and says it's time for you to go, because they'll go to the owner of that property, and the owner of that property will say, well, I'm selling it. And so you have to move out anyway. Now, and I'll say this and I'll shut up. Chicago is a unique place because it has almost 2 million Black folk, and most of them live in the city. But most of them don't own property. So, I'll say that Black folk got to choose a side, right? We do a lot of complaining, and this is to secure our future. Who's willing to say, okay, we know that they don't have our best interests at heart. So what can I do to secure my space, to secure my, my future in these spaces that they want? You got to pay your taxes if you own a property. A lot of good Black people own property, but us slow ass adults today, we allow those things to go to waste. We don't pay up because, it's something that's happening within us that we need to fix, because they're going to do what they do. They're going to do it enough. And again, a lot of us got children, young children. If we're not teaching our young people to just, instead of playing the game, start being able to take apart the game and put the game back together and get into the ins and outs of all of these things being, I guess, transition into the more modern technology, then again, we're going to be on the outside looking in, crying about what they should or can't do. They're going to do exactly what we allow them to do overall. So,
no doubt. That was the point we was making earlier. Shout out to something to think about with L Nix, $10. Thank you for the $10, brother. I appreciate it. Y'all support the show like L Nix. We only have smoke when outsiders commit harm against us, not when we do it. If we don't police ourselves, it gives them the excuse to police us how they want to and benefit while they do it. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate you.
That's true. That's true. That's true, Izzy. And if I could have 30 seconds, just 30 seconds.
Go ahead. You got 30 seconds.
To rebuttal to the brother that just spoke.
All right. That's
local Chicagoan. Well, not local Chicagoan, former Chicagoan right here. Now, I know he's familiar with this thing called the Chosen Few DJs House Music Picnic that they have in Jackson Park every year, where they've been building the Obama Museum forever and a day, and they just can't seem to complete it. The reason is the crooks in the city of Chicago are taking that money from that picnic every year, one-day event, and feathering their pocket with it. That museum is not ever going to be finished until the whole crooked regime in the city of Chicago change. Because those my boys that they the faces of the event, but they don't own it no more.
Well, brother, I don't know when the last time you was in Chicago. I frequent Chicago often. I live on the South Side. Shout out to Pullman for 15 years, right? And I still own a property there. So in reference to what you're talking about, yes, they decided to put the library right smack dab in the middle of a prominent historical high school's property. They did away with the football field. They put it right over about one of the main museums in Chicago. But again, it's not going to be for the residents' their use. It's not going. They're not making it for their use. That's why, if you look at Chicago's demographics, they're starting to, I guess, what's it called, regentrify those areas. Those homes are $400,000 or $500,000 in some of the worst neighborhoods that they fixed up, and they'll inflate.
Those
Hold on real
brownstones
quick.
over there that are $3 million.
Leonard, give me a second. Coach Ferg, let me ask you a quick question. Because this young woman is gonna say to the contrary of what my homies said that live out that way and what you just said. Is this neighborhood right now off of Lakeshore Drive still a predominantly black neighborhood and a predominantly black building? Yes or no?
It's predominantly a black neighborhood. When you say black building, what do you mean by that?
This
predominantly black residents.
Hold on, the building that they're referring to that got raided the other day by the bunch of agents, including ICE agents, that there was allegedly looking for 6 gang leaders.
Yeah,
6 Venezuelan gang leaders. Is that a black building?
It's predominantly black. Almost everything on the south side is predominantly black. You may have a few sprinkles in there so often, but yeah, you won't go down a block in the south side and you see mostly white residents unless you're in the Pullman National Monument.
But okay, this is what I'm saying. So I need you to keep it brief because I need to play this. But she's saying to the contrary. But my homie told me different, and he lives there. And Hood Conservative is trying to use this as a mark. This one woman saying what she's saying. But again, I got boots on the ground, people that I trust. And they told me that this is a predominantly black building. She's saying that's not. So let's play this and y'all tell me what, because y'all from Chicago from that side. Let me tell me what y'all think about this. Fair use. Let's play this. Let's go.
So for those who was questioning about who I am and where I'm at, this is Adam Clayton Powell. This is the building that everyone is in an uproar about. So as I said, South Shore, this is your community, your neighborhood, and this building was not majority black when the ICE came the other day. Yes, black people were affected, but this building was overran by illegal Venezuelan gangs. And I just had several conversations with residents who are moving their stuff out of here that confirmed that. So stop letting media put that false narrative in your head that somebody coming for you, because they not. You was born here. You was born on this land. Rise up and stand up on something and stop letting any and everybody tell you something.
All right. So Coach Ferg and Leonard, but Coach Ferg mostly because you said you live down there. Is that true or is that not true? Was it overran by Venezuelan gangs, or was it still predominantly black? Because she did acknowledge that black people were affected. My homie said it's predominantly black. You said it's predominantly black. What is is she telling the truth or is she mistaken?
That building, like I said, that whole area, that school, I tried to get my son into that school, but I waited too late. But that building is like right across the street, almost again. I would say out of how many units they have, I would say no more than 10 or 15 units occupied by any other ethnic race or group.
So in other words, 85 to 90% of that building is so-called black people.
Yes.
That's my homie told me the same thing that lives out there. So I don't know what Hood Conservative is talking about. Like I said, I got a lot of people that live in Chicago. A few of them live on the south side, and they told me that building is black. So I don't know what you're talking about. And that's why I say I'm not going according to the news. I'm going according to what my people say, boots on the ground, that I could trust. Go ahead, Leonard.
And it's like this here. I ain't put nobody's name out there, but as long as they single, whenever I come back to the crib and visit, be it a funeral or whatever, 3-day little you dig or whatever it is, little broad that stay up in there, that's where I lay my head whenever I come to the crib. I called her during this show. I'm like, how many units in your building? I ain't saying no names. She told me, oh, it's 208 units. I don't live there, so how would I know it's 208 units? And I asked her about the raid, and she was like, yeah, they were trying to get them out of here because the leasing agent office, whatever it is, they made a deal with the city.
Hold on, give me 1 second, Leonard. Hey,
Okay.
KP, I tried to play that video. It says it doesn't have any sound. So I was trying to play it, but it says it doesn't have any sound, bro. So if you could give me one with sound, that's saying when I try to play it in the back, it's saying there's no sound.
All right.
Okay.
So
Oh, I'm
go
good.
ahead, yeah, we good.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So, like I said, I know somebody in that building. That's where I lay my head when I, go up to the crib. If not there, another whatever. You know what I'm saying? I was a pretty
So is
popular
it
guy.
mostly black? It's more when you
But
lay your head there. Is it mostly black, or when's the last time you
yeah,
laid
it's
your head there?
all
Without
black.
black?
The
Okay.
only thing I seen white with a doggone stripes on the
We're not
street.
talking about. We're not talking about white. We're talking about Venezuelan, like because a lot of
Venezuela.
Venezuelans are dark
I
skinned as
didn't.
well.
I didn't really see any Vato Loco when I was up in there.
They black as well. I want you to know the
Well,
Venezuelans.
I know that. I'm just saying. Because the last time I went to the crib.
How long ago was that?
9 months ago.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I had to go up there for a funeral.
Okay.
So.
And Izzy, I'll be there on the weekend of the Saturday of the 18th, 19th, right? And I go through the area almost every time I go to Chicago because I take my dogs to a park over what's that, Rainbow Beach. I go over there often.
Yeah, Rainbow Beach. Yeah, they had house music events there all summer long, along with Waves, along with 31st Street Beach.
Let them finish real quick.
All of that.
Yeah. And one thing I know about Chicago is Chicago people do not back down. They don't back down, right? And to see something like that happening, a lot of black folk will question that. They will question people moving into their neighborhoods. That's what they do.
That's true.
So if there is a larger number and it's increasing, I think if based off what I've seen on this clip in the news, black people will start being more aware of that because you want to have to check in Chicago. You're gonna check in. They gonna ensure that because I don't necessarily say it's a lot of it's gang, but even the residents sort of always keeping an eye on for mysterious behaviors.
Are we saying that the illegals are checking in now? Is that what we're saying?
Hold on.
No,
Shout out to
we're
Don
not
GQ.
saying illegals
Hold
are
on,
checking in.
Mike, hold on real quick. Don GQ said, I was never here. Shout out to you. Shout out to my man JD1975 said, Izzy Bandz, salute. What we on today, fam? Get into the money. And on my end, y'all like, share, and subscribe. Hit the Cash App and Super Chat. Thank you very much. What's up, Gurkha Legend? What's going on? Easy said, if people took an active role in policing their neighborhoods and called police for crimes, criminals wouldn't stay in your neighborhoods and ICE wouldn't show up. I don't see ICE in suburbia. Well, I don't know about that. I think it's an underlay for the overplay. It ain't necessarily what you think it is. Narratives Dialogue said another thing. When we try to call it out to separate the better class of black people, you are criticized for it. You can see this even though people on YouTube who promote problematic black people. That's a fact. Shout out to you. That's a fact. Yo, thank you very much. Shout out to the book of RLM. Oh, doubling up. Thank you so much, my sister. But being a new member of the Ismailite Nation, y'all make sure y'all become a member of the Ismailite Nation and support the show, the Dopest Nation in YouTube. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much, RLM, supporting the show. Because of her, we only need 16 more people, at least $5 a piece to support the show, support the stream. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right, KP for KC5. Are you just dropping off? What's up, Nidish? Nidish is in the building. Salute to you, Nidish. Good to see you. Good to see you, Nidish. All right. All right, go ahead, fam. You got it.
Well, I tell you, if you want to see RLM laugh, ask her about my patent pending BBG spray. She will be laughing all day long. She loves that.
All right,
y'all don't get it, but she do. She'll laugh. she look forward to me spraying that spray on strings. But the brother's right though. I mean, when you talking about you got to check in, you do got to check in. I mean, your people will tell you, depending on where your people live, they'll tell you if it's hot, don't come. You know, because if you're not there all the time, you're not hearing all the drums in the jungle.
Let me explain in reference to, there's some neighborhoods, where the gang activity is really big, but on the South Shore, you get a mixture of retired people, people who have owned property for years because it's a unique strip. It's a mixture of houses and apartments. And what I mean by that is they just don't let you walk. It's like somebody's going to question who are you, where you from. And it doesn't have to be a gang. It just be a resident, guys that pretty much hang out. If they haven't seen you before, hey, what they're gonna ask you and ask you certain questions. And if you're not from there, they just
and mostly in Chicago, what a lot of people don't understand is Chicago is a heavily segregated city. So yes, like Dirty Folks was saying when I was asking Dirty Folks when he used to come over here, shout out to Dirty Folks. I used to ask him all the time because I used to ask my people all the time, and they was like, "Nah, fam, they ain't on the South Side like that. They ain't in this place like that. Nah, they ain't having it this place." Now there was some places my homies that live out west on the west side of Chicago. They were saying that they did let them come through a little bit and set up shop a little bit because they had the women. And they was letting the women be, letting the women be out there. I put it like that. So there was some places and pockets where they let it go and go down because they was getting a piece of the action. You know what I'm saying? But overall, it's heavily segregated and they ain't even having it.
Yeah, I mean, it's so segregated. Brothers from the South Side and the brothers from the West Side don't even interact like that. And that goes all the way back to the, I think I told you about this, Izzy. The Great Migration North, you had the main group of people that were from Mississippi was on the west side, and the Louisianians was on the south side. You had the Louisianians that saw the Mississippi folk as not being sophisticated. So this goes way back. This south side, west side, blacks don't interact thing. It rolls deep. It really, and you gotta have been born there I mean, there's people that say you either BD or GD just because of the hood you was born in, and you may not even necessarily be affiliated. You see what I'm saying? On the real. But since your older brother was whoop-de-woo, you already, you wrote in on his name. So Chicago's different. That's why I want to move back. I can't keep up. I'm too old, man. I'm in my 60s. I can't do it.
Hey, no doubt. Shout out to Chris M. Yo, Hood Conservative, what say you, bro? Because like I said, my intel tells me that woman is not necessarily accurate in what she's saying about that building.
She's not.
I mean, you guys can believe what you want to believe. So we wasted all that manpower to just harass black people. Is that the
that's
overall
not.
take on it?
Wait, hold on.
Overall take on it is the woman that was talking is not from there. She's not from Chicago like that or that area. She don't know what she's talking about. She's talking out the side of her neck.
But hold on, but no. So Hood Conservative, no. But it's a bigger play. Like they're trying to let it be known. That's prime real estate. It's a bigger thing at play. It's not just about harassing black people for the sake of harassing black people. At the same time, what it should be an alarm is that U.S. citizens can get displaced in this effort to remove these other so-called illegals that they brought in to begin with.
They weren't displaced. First of all, displaced means you're put out. They were detained temporarily. And if anybody's being displaced, that's what detaining is. There was a 5-hour process. I don't even think they got took to the station. They were held in place, right? So if you're gonna be displaced, as you said displaced is having Latinos move into your community and being paid for by the state that you pay taxes to. You're being displaced by your own government.
But hold on, but okay, that's possible, right? But two things can be true at the same time. Yo, if you was in your house and you was taken out of your house, there's a term for that. That's called kidnapping, by the way. But if you was taken out your house by the authorities and put in a goddamn budget van or U-Haul van, that's absolutely displaced, bro. You was temporarily displaced. You was moved from your house.
For it is detained.
Hold on, okay, you could call a bag of shit a daggone Scooby treat if you want to, but I'm just telling you, at the end of the day, U.S. citizens to be having to go through that in the name of trying to get rid of 6 gang members is crazy as hell. That's when it's infringing.
It was a lot more than 6.
Hold on, real quick. But they said they was looking for 6. But that's infringing upon our rights as citizens and to be detained, as you call it, displaced as I called it, and to put in a goddamn budget truck in the sake of getting rid of some illegals is crazy, bro. They had children out there zip tied, naked, with little
Well,
to no
should they make them
clothes
sit
on.
on a curb? One, you have to show evidence of all this because I don't believe that. That's just shit people say. Like they probably
You
did
think they're
zip
just
tie the
saying that for
children,
no
but now you're
reason?
just throwing that's just off. Now
Wait,
it was naked children. Yeah, people
they
lie
said
for
it.
all kinds of reasons, bro.
Yo,
Yes, people say all kinds of things, bro. And two, were they supposed to force them to sit on a curb while they waited for the whole thing to be over? Should they sit on a curb?
It was warm enough in Chicago a couple of days ago for that.
It's
It wasn't
all,
warm time.
No,
I don't think that's how you do things, though. Like you're not really understanding what I'm talking about. Like when you're
I'm
having this whole
understanding what you're
police
talking
issue,
about. I'm just talking about the
real quick.
weather.
If a person is given their social, given their date of birth, and you're able to, and you see that that person is whatever, like you should move on. Like at the end of the day, if you sit in there and you're harassing United States citizens for a crime that you said that the government put them in, then at the end of the day, you know what it is. It's the overlay for underlay for overplay. Come on, man. Let's stop playing.
You cannot just accept everything at face value. Identity theft is real. The whole the whole reason that a lot of these people are allowed to stay and operate in this country is because they do have false identification. They don't just go around giving their real names and their real social security numbers. So you can't just assume this person right here is a good, honest person. Let me not fuck with him. No, everybody in this circle is going to have to explain themselves, and then we're going to move on. That's the problem.
Hold on, big conservative guy. I need that $5, which shouldn't hurt you at all, for that F-bomb that you just dropped, because I did literally say over 2 hours ago that we've reached our F-bomb quota. So I do need that $5. I do appreciate you. Because you conservative, you believe in all these conservative values. I know you got $5. Come on, fam. Share
I'm
the
poor
$5.
conservative, but I'm gonna find some way. I'm gonna find some way.
All right, dig in that big pocket, brother. Now, let's
But
do
no,
that.
the question at hand though is like, how do you expect this to get done when you let this problem fester and build up all this time? Like it's gotten so bad that this is what it takes now. You don't really get to complain after you've been letting it build up.
No, but I didn't let anything build up. But I understand what you're saying. As far as them allowing the illegals to come in here, I was against it from the beginning, and I'm on your side with this. Now, what the problem is when you are getting on so-called Black people's civil liberties and going against their civil liberties in the name of, in the guise of getting to these illegals, which we, like you said, and I agree with you, they was put there on those people to begin with. It was a play from the government to begin with to displace those people. So at the end of the day, it's further exacerbating the situation by allowing them to infringe upon so-called Black people's rights in the name of getting rid of a problem that they created in the first place.
Damn.
What part of that is unintelligible? What part of that is a simpleton, Chris? Did you call me a simpleton? What I'm saying is not a simpleton at all. It's actual facts, what I'm saying. Go ahead.
Now, if someone, correct me if I'm mistaken, if I'm wrong, didn't they have a program going on in Chicago that they supplied $900 per immigrant per room from the city for rent, wherever they could rent a room?
Much more than that. I was told that they were
getting. No, I'm talking about in Chicago. I'm just talking about Chicago.
Right, in Chicago.
Okay, now check this out.
Roy, hold on. I'm telling you that I was told that they was getting much more than that. They were getting transportation stipends. They were getting food vouchers. They were getting food stamps. They were getting TANF and SNAP benefits. They were getting a lot more than just that for the rooming or for the housing subsidies.
My man, and that was just for the rent. Now check it out. That building over there.
Did the Republicans give that to them, or was it your Black Democrat government? Because you say the government this and the government that, but it wasn't the Republicans. That was your Black Democrats. Please finish.
Who's Black? Hold on, bro. Hold on. Before you start talking about
he's a Republican.
My Black Democrats.
He's a
Republican. Would a Black Democrat wear his hat?
He's a Republican all day, every day. Hood.
Well, then you should understand where I'm coming from, Leonard. So
No,
hold
I don't
on.
understand where you coming from.
So
You
the black
don't
Democrats in Chicago
Pump your brakes.
wasn't giving away that money, bro.
Pump your brakes, bruh. Pump your brakes. Now you're
I know
talking about.
I know there's no MAGA in Chicago, so the black Democrats were giving that away, weren't they?
He who doesn't listen cannot learn. Now, brother man, you're talking about a city that I am from. You're talking to someone that grew up right down the street from Larry Hoover. That's who you're talking to. Okay? Now,
what that got to do with the question, brother?
Good. You know what? Like I said, he who can't listen can't learn. Keep running off at the mouth. Pause and listen, and you'll be all right. Okay? Now, what happened over there? That wasn't the black people we gonna do. They're looking for the doggone immigrants. Yeah, sure. It's 208 units in that building. What did the news report they kept? 37 illegals. So you do the math. If it's
Can
3
you not
per
answer the
apartment.
question?
Oh
It
my
was a
goodness.
question.
You know what?
Who paid for that sanctuary city thing? Who decided that they get all the free money?
The
Who runs
Democrats.
Chicago?
Democrats.
And so
Okay,
it's Democrats. Thank you. And Chicago is
if-
full of black Democrats, right?
Oh my goodness. No, not Chicago full of black Democrats. Chicago is full of Democrats, period. The last time Chicago had a doggone, not conservative, a Republican mayor, it was 1931. Did you know that? No, you
Okay,
didn't.
and so when a
No.
Republican comes in to remove your Democrat problem, don't blame the government.
You know what?
Blame the Democrats, bro.
If you would have listened for a change instead of running off on your Charlie Kirk randomness, you'll learn something, brother. Listen and ye shall learn. And that's not
Please
a scripture.
teach me more.
Gay.
I want my elders to educate.
You don't listen to me.
Yeah, no.
Real talk, like R. Kelly used to say. Real talk, right? Yeah, listen and ye shall learn. You have two people on here that are former Chicago residents talking about where we were born, raised, and grew up before we left, and we're giving the real deal on the field,
but he's still there.
along with when we go back, and our words are being disputed from being
How are you going to
factual.
blame the whole government when Democrats did this to
I
you
didn't
and
blame the
Republicans are trying to
government
clean
at
it
all.
up?
When did you hear
just
that
said
come out my mouth?
When I just pointed this out a minute ago, y'all like, oh, it's a government plot. I'm like, no, the Democrats
I'm
did
asking you
that to
about
you.
me,
It's not a
brother.
government plot.
Brother, I'm asking you about me.
The Democrats did that to you. They
See
made that a sanctuary city.
See how he
Chicago been a
moved
sanctuary
goalposts?
city for a long time
Bro,
now.
you may as well be a Democrat.
Tell me what you fussing from. What you fussing from. Tell me what you fussing from. Here we go. What you fussing from.
I tried to give y'all a chance to work it out, but we need one mic, man, because we can't really understand what's being said.
Yeah, I feel you. Let him go.
If y'all
it make no sense.
All right.
Yeah, the whole point I was responding to is when we point out how this has been done to black people, like dumping immigrants in black neighborhoods is an actual scheme. It's not a Republican scheme. Republicans don't create sanctuary cities so they can dump illegal immigrants on black people. Democrats did that. And now that the Republicans are coming to clean it up, you're crying racism as if you haven't been bamboozled this whole time. The cleanup is not the problem. It's the people who got it this way in the first place.
Yeah.
Well, I want to be clear. Hoodservative. I'm not crying racism. What I am saying is that they are playing into the narrative that was painted to begin with to displace, disparage, and disenfranchise people that look like us. So if you're saying that the government did it, the Democratic government did it, right? And they did it for the purpose of that. And then now you have the Republican regime that's coming in and they're trying to quote unquote clean it up. But meanwhile, infringing on the rights of citizens that look like us, the play worked. And so
guess who still lives there?
It's not necessarily racism. At the same time, it is an infringement on American rights that look like us. It's an infringement on melanated people rights.
You know why, Izzy? Because a lot of people from other countries, other ethnic groups, that be on that BS, they come and hide in our communities. They come and hide in our communities. And, you know, I didn't grow up in Chicago. I moved to Chicago as a grown man. I
But
was
if you
in the
said they,
worst.
well, hold on. But you said that the people on the South Side don't let those people, don't let just strangers come in the community like that. That's what you said.
But what I'm saying is they question, right? We black folk, you know, when I was there, when I
Hello, what happened?
places I would go and I see brothers, they, you know, and that
You're
they
breaking up
can't
really
really
bad.
control because they're just my
Hold on.
bad. They're residents there too. They don't really control like who can move in or not.
But if you okay, but I got you. But if you said that they be policing, so Freeman's Journal, I'm not crying no victimhood at all. What I'm saying is that at the end of the day, though, we should all be aware of what's going on, and we should not be celebrating the removal of people that look like us. Illegals, absolutely, but when it starts infringing on our rights, that's a problem. I don't know what y'all talk about, and I don't
But
know how
people
y'all
who
see it. Left wing,
But
right
people who
wing,
look like
they
us
gonna
are
have
the
hold
people
on
who
real
are
quick.
left in the building now.
One mic. Left
Okay,
wing,
look.
right wing, same damn bird, and all get paid to promote and have the fight. Yo, I don't agree with left wing or right wing. I've said that from the beginning. I'm not none of the above. Like, I'm just speaking on what's right and what's in our best interest, and what's not right and what's not in our best interest. I'm pro me and pro my people's best interest, point blank and period.
This
Well,
was in your people's best interest, though. I mean, the people who look
No,
like
but
us are the people who are still left in the building. That's the only thing that
right,
matters right now. They had a long night.
right.
Sometimes you have a long night, especially when you got to deal with the police. It's always a long night. But now the building has more people who look like us and less people who don't. That's a win-win.
no, it's not, because when you go,
Yes.
like Izzy was saying, when you go through
So yeah.
going through that stuff that they had to go through, they didn't have to go through that, bro. There's no problem with you going there doing what you got to do to get the illegals out of there. Be cool with that. But when you again accept, like you doing right now, and acknowledging that it's cool for them to treat everybody the same. No, bro, because you American citizen. They not even supposed to be here, bro. So if you got to go in there and tackle them and do what you got to do, bro, I'm not going to sit here and get mad at you for doing that. They don't supposed to do. They don't supposed to be here. But don't take that out on the good citizens, bro, that's just sitting in their house just chilling. That old lady, you talking about people that look like us. That old lady, did she look into a village waiting? Did she look like she from somewhere else, or did she show you the little waps on, the little rips on the arms from the little zip ties or the handcuffs and stuff? And this myth, and there's plenty more
She didn't
news
show us
companies
that.
that was, sir. She literally said, "Well, I'm a wrist and all this stuff here." So come on,
And
bro.
this is the question. This is the thing, though. The question is, when you start giving up your civil liberties, when you start giving up your rights, where does it stop? And the answer, I'm gonna give you the answer. It never stops until you're back in total bondage, until you're back in a totally
You see,
submission. And so this is the thing. So we can't allow for it to be confused even a little bit about us and illegal immigrants when this is our shit. This is our shit. So at the end
Izzy,
of the day, hold on real quick. At the end of the day, when you start infringing upon our rights, infringing upon our people, we can't just lay down and allow that to happen and allow that to be okay. I'm not saying march for them. I'm not saying protest for them. I'm not saying stop a god dog illegal person from getting up out of here. But when it comes to people who are born here, people who were raised here, people whose generation and generation of family done fought for this country, like at the end of the day, hell no. You ain't gonna be infringing upon me and mine. Point blank and period.
there's no civil rights attorney that will tell you being temporarily detained during a large police action is somehow infringing on your civil liberties. It's unless they out there straight knocking people heads off, bro. It was a simple matter. And it's just this is how even in a civil society, in a polite society, every now and then something like this might happen. It's not it's an uncomfortable thing, but it's not the biggest deal. You're trying to make it, and especially considering the nature of the problem. There, and a lot of these, if you're going into like urban areas with like apartment buildings and stuff like that, bro, like how else do you get people out? Are you really gonna stand at the door and wait for them to come out one by one?
Well, hold on, but this is the but this is the problem, and this is why they put them in there to begin with, because it's Negroes like you who, and this is the problem with people have with so-called conservatives, right? Because I don't agree with shit that you're saying right now, because really what you're saying right now goes against all the tenets of so-called conservatism. It goes against the tenets of freedom. It goes against it goes against the tenets of liberty. It goes against the tenets of having your right as an American citizen. So at the end of the day, I'm not willing to give up my rights at all. When the man on your channel asks you question for Izzy, which one would you rather have your rights taken away by the C people or by the F people? The answer is neither. I want my rights intact. That's what I want. Neither. I don't want neither to take my rights away. I don't want neither to infringe upon my rights. I would like to have the right as a sentient being to do, be, and have what I need. I don't want nobody infringing upon my rights on the sake of a problem that they created to begin with, putting some people upon me in my neighborhood that don't got nothing to do with me to begin with in their illegal activities. Neither is the answer.
The Democrats gave you the sanctuary cities in the first place, though. That is uniquely the Democrats, and so that's who put the problem on you. How else do you suppose you clean this out unless you get in there and get them out one by one? Every now and then, that means you got to lock down a certain building because they've overtaken the building.
Hold on, what's that? Hold on, real quick. Leonard Roy, I got you. Shout out to Auntie. What's that terminology they give? Guy elected. When you create a problem to solve it, what's that called? The guy elected.
Hegelian
dialectic, right? So at the end of the day, being that they're both two poisonous wings of the same poisonous bird, it is no separation from. That's the thing. Y'all play this right game, left game. I don't play that game. Y'all play this Democrat game, Republican game as if they're not all the same people with the same god doggone agenda. I don't play that game. I know it's the underlay for the overplay. It's the same shit. They created one side. It's good cop, bad cop. One cop created the problem so the so-called good cop could come in and solve it so we could all be jammed up. I'm not with none of that shit. Your facts is backwards.
I would say most black people do play that.
Hood. Can I get a word? Can I get a word in? Izzy, did you? Now I covered that F-bomb. Did you get that? Because I don't know if I got a current link on the you dig.
Wait, hold on. You covered? I didn't. Hold on, real quick. Let me see. I didn't.
Just check
on the Cash App.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a second.
Check that one out.
I didn't get it. It's $IZSHOBANZ. I didn't get it.
Okay, you know what? It went to the old one. I don't have a new one.
Yeah, the old one, it didn't even go because the old one is not in existence. So it didn't go nowhere. So
that's the one that was Mills, right?
Yeah. It's not okay. Active. So they didn't take your money, but all you gotta do is go. The link is right here in the chat. I've been putting it. It's $IZSHOBANZ. $IZ.
Okay, see that's why I had to drop down because this particular phone is jacked up and it don't cover everything. And you nicely asked boss level main to cover that F-bomb, and for some reason seems that somebody can't do it. So maybe they're like a trailer park conservative. I don't know. But I'm gonna drop out and come back in so I can cover that F-bomb. All right, bro.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Izzy, can you hear me?
Thank you, Leonard. The universe provides.
No, as long as you can hear me,
I can hear you. 1 second. Hey, Narratives Dollars, thank you for the $5. Conservative, not all black conservatives and red hat supports white supremacy or coon activity, nor do they use the MAGA lingo that degrades black people. Yeah, and listen, that's what I'm saying. I believe in conservatism, but I don't believe in disrespecting, degrading, or enslaving in any type, way, shape, or form of fashion people that look like me or my people at all. Go ahead. You got it, Ferg, and then Auntie, you got it after that, and we'll open it up.
No, I'll just, wonder if y'all can hear me, but, this is interesting, right? And that's what I say, especially those modern, smart, slow, dumb, or out of shape people, we got to choose a side, right? And again, we should by just, I guess, seniority have the first right of refusal to anything within America, right? And when I sat back and started looking at it, being in the military, going out of the country, coming back to America, following the expectation that they say to be all you can be American, I did that. But there were still opportunities that were not afforded to me just because of my skin color. I didn't complain about it. I just made sure I stayed prepared. And I think today, this is where us modern people can get advantage of either side. But who's willing to take those chances on themselves, being more prepared with laws and everything? Housing, they can always do eminent domain if they want to in any state, any jurisdiction. The government can come in and do whatever. And what they doing, and I'm not mad at it, is listen, if you don't have your IDs and your required documents together, you better get it together, because they're going to start checking every citizen. It doesn't matter. And unfortunately, we raised a lot of hell with this situation, but I hope they have the same pushback when little Nug and them get deleted on that block and over in that neighborhood, because that's a high crime area. And I hope they have the same pushback. But yeah, clean up your houses. And it's unfortunate they had to sit outside, the old people, but I would rather have the criminals out of my, place of residence. And if they are illegal, get them out of here. And then allow people who are good citizens to just enjoy their home, enjoy their living spaces. I'm all for that.
Okay, so what happens? Auntie, go ahead, and then I'll ask you a question. Go ahead, Auntie. You got it. What's up?
Yeah, no, I agree with what you were saying. You read my comment. Look, all of that, I mean, I get it. The Democrats are messed up. You know what I'm saying? They done failed the black community and everything. But to say that everything is that means you just need to jump to the other side. Either one of them sides will take away your rights. If you think one side is trying to take away your rights, the other side is likely trying to get you to willingly give them up. Neither one of them wants you to be an autonomous thinker. So if I got to pick any side, it's going to be my own, and those who move and think and live like me and look like me, like Iz said, and all of that. I can give a damn about a Democrat or a Republican, because I know none of them really give a damn about me. Those are the same two groups that have kept or have kept this shit going for the last couple of years. It's just like, boxers, fighters, whatever. They make a bunch of money promoting the fight, and then they have the fight, and then they promote the rematch. And that's been going on for the last 200 years. It's going to keep going. There was a time when the Democrats were the ones fighting to get rid of illegal immigrants because they were fighting for the working men. That wasn't that long ago. The working man and woman. That wasn't even that long ago. That was in the damn 90s. They called Obama the deporter in chief. Now all of a sudden it's the other way around. And 10 years from now it's going to flip again.
Yeah.
They always switch stances. One group used to be in support of the KKK and everything else. Now the other one is being supported by the damn KKK. So if you haven't learned by now to stop,
hold on, bro. If we could say 3K or K to the third, that's a trigger word. Go ahead. Thank you, Leonard. I appreciate
it. K to the third power, whatever. But you know what I'm saying. Either way, but if you ain't learned by now to stop really picking either of those two sides and just pick your own. And if anything, you know what I'm saying, force them sides to start bidding on your support instead of just giving your support to the lesser of two evils, because they both clearly evil.
Facts.
Like they've proven it over some years.
I agree with that 100%. Facts on facts. And thank you, Leonard, for the Cash App. I appreciate it. I got it. Yo,
I want to cover that F-bomb.
Yes, Leonard, let the record reflect that Hood Conservative did not cover his own F-bomb like a man. Hood Conservative, let the record reflect that you did not cover your own F-bomb like a man, but another man covered your F-bomb for you. Thank you very much to Leonard Roy covering.
Yeah, even though he's supposed to be a boss level. Now, he ain't a regular Hood Conservative. He boss level. Don't forget that now.
Appreciate that, Leonard. The universe always provides.
Ain't no universe provide. You sound like them doggone Democrats that be at the church talking about glory to God.
I said a prayer and the prayer got answered, bro. I don't really ask questions beyond
Yeah,
that.
you sound like the one to be sitting up in Sunday morning listening to some dude talking about, and the Lord, I tell you the Lord, because if you don't know, you gotta send son to the Izzy. I don't think y'all heard me though. You gotta send son to the Izzy. Bandz Joe.
Preach, brother, preach.
Oh, Izzy, you on next level. I didn't even know about that. Oh my, clip that. Izzy, clip that.
I got you. Yeah, you already
clip
know.
that. That's bruh. That's oh my God. Clip that. That's classic. That was organic, and I didn't even pray to the universe with it. You know, for something like that. Glory to God.
Come on, man. Glory and honor to God. Let's move forward. Let's move forward. I can't have y'all talk about my God now. Let's move forward. Now. But on the real, go ahead, Hood Conservative. Because I agree with Auntie 100% on what he said. That's where I'm at with it. Like this, like I told y'all from the beginning with this whole banging for Republican or Democrat is weird to me. Like it doesn't make sense. Like at the end of the day, you should make the people earn your vote. You should make the people earn your support. And it should be based on the things that they are doing for you, whether it be left leaning, whether it be right leaning. I can't agree with y'all that say that, look, right now it seems like the liberal left is doing way too much and they're way too loosey goosey for me. I would agree 100% with that. And it does seem like they are more corrupt right now. It seems like they are more when you have a campaign and you have a baby deletion mobile in front of your campaign, in front of the DNC, then we already know what it is. That's just some demonic shit. Like at the end of the day, you got a baby deletion mobile in front of the daggone convention. Yo, that's crazy to me. That's insanity.
Not only that,
especially when you're in Chicago, as many deletions that they have in Chicago, just on a regular on the whoop up the bam, you dig.
They sell it to black women. It's almost branded to black women. So like, how is that not some type of racism when you're convincing black women to go in the deletion mobile? But somehow we're more concerned because the white man said a bad word and he don't want you to live next to him. Like one side is pro-life but doesn't really want you to live right next to them, and the other side is like, yeah, you niggas do whatever you want, choke your baby out, whatever makes you happy, and they're watching you slowly pull yourself down the drain, essentially, right? Like one side actually hates you, and you can't see that.
Right, but this is the point. Listen, I agree with that point, but the problem is the other side is not necessarily for us either. So at the end of the day, whoever is for us and supplies our best interest should be the people who we're giving our votes to and giving our support to. This whole blind following any group is crazy because, again, it's a good cop, bad cop situation. They both the popo. They both trying to lock your ass up. They just have different approaches to it. Like at the end of the day, the left is gonna lie to you and tell you all kinds of sweet nothings while trying to stab you in the back. The right is gonna tell you the truth and is gonna be brutally honest. At the same time, they ain't necessarily got your back either. So you should choose the one that's best interest, but you should not be repping any flags because at any given day, any given time, it could change on your ass. Let's just be real.
You have to walk it further. You have to walk it further than that. All right. So now, what are your best interests then?
What's yours?
Me, myself, and I.
Wait, hold on. The first thing is for us. The first thing as so-called black people is for us to renew our minds, to have a renewing of our minds, right? To get our minds together. The second thing is to get our families together and get our intact family units, right? The third thing is to be able to build together and to create infrastructure and infrastructure businesses and communities that we could help thrive and help keep our dollar in our communities to be able to have some kind of economic stronghold. The fourth thing is to go ahead, and Dr. Claude Anderson really talked about this, but shout out to Dr. Claude Anderson. The fourth thing is to be able to get our own politicians, our own political factions that represent our own best interests, right? And then the fifth thing is so there's the step plan. This
It's
plan.
too many at once for me to respond to. So
Okay, go ahead.
the first thing is your mind, right? The Democrats right now, they run the education system. They are providing over the largest round of illiteracy imaginable. People haven't been this illiterate since slavery, basically. And then when it comes to your family unit, we already talked about the family. They are completely anti-family. They are anti-birth. The one thing that you can say that makes them kind of pro-family, they're pro-single mom.
Yep.
That's crazy. We already know
That's
that.
true though.
Yeah, but that pro-single mom is crazy.
Yeah, that's why they give us welfare. That's why they give us the birth control. They promote that. They allow that. Listen, we've been bamboozled. Listen, I'm 57, man. Since
I'm 62.
So all your life,
we in the same peer group.
But all your life you lived under feminist mindset. All your life you've been under the feminist movement in America. Everything. You just as me. And again, this is a scary place because it's new. I believe in allowing the younger generations to being able to flourish and thrive. I believe in that wholeheartedly. You 40-somethings, y'all in the damn way. Y'all crying on both sides. Y'all crying about the women. Y'all crying about the government. You're going to have to choose a side.
Not the late.
You have to choose a side. I'm just saying, wherever you are as a man right now, especially a brother, and I'll say this and I'll shut up. You
don't have to choose left or right, though. We don't have to
choose. No, you don't have. I would say, but again, I would say not even be a part of the party. Create our own party, but that's too much working together, young and old. We have to get away from that because none of them have our best interests at heart. None of them do. So if we can find a way, I guess we'll say over the next 20, 30 years, there could find a way for both young and old, young men and the sisters to come all aboard. If not, y'all gonna have to get in where y'all fit in. Because America's not gonna change its ways just because some black people are complaining. If black people could just show a different way when it comes to their mind, have the tough conversations. When it comes to learning the skills, whatever lane, nobody wants to get their hands dirty anymore. Everybody wants to sit down on a little musty chair all day in their room and talk about it. No, young men have to get out here and build for themselves. The women are telling you ain't no good. The government telling you ain't good enough. So you just go to your own lane and build for yourself. And hopefully y'all can communicate enough to where y'all can form something that's it's gonna be, I guess, you have to set the foundation, and there's no one particular way, but you can't do it sitting around looking and pointing. You have to get out in front of it like the rest of the world does. The United States is going to be open market in 2028 when the Olympics get here. People think they're going to be able to still play and go out to the club and just be fantasizing in America. Those days are over.
I think
Listen, we only went through two of your points. So let me get those last 2 points real quick. Now, I think you went to business. In terms of business, right? When it comes to the immigrants, a lot of folks don't really know, and I didn't actually believe this too until I saw and looked at it. So the Democrats in particular, and this might be on both sides, but I know the Democrats are crazy with immigration. They actually support a myriad of programs to help illegal immigrants and immigrants in general get business loans, and they can actually pass the loans around. So and I noticed this when I started driving. I got on the road, bro. This is a real thing. Like I forgot the name. It's like the Singh dynasty or whatever. When it comes to the hotel industry, like they lock down the hotel industry. It's crazy how the one ethnic group has locked down the hotel industry, and it's not just hotels. Now, when you look at gas stations, bro, gas stations in a lot of rural areas owned by a lot of foreigners. That does not happen without policy in place, right? When you look at just the school systems now, are starting to bend. When you look at places like Dearborn and all that, up in or the Somalians or whatever, they have entire enclaves that they're carving out for themselves, right? So when it comes to people being displaced economically, this is what it looks like. They dig in a foothold and they get supported by your own government. And no matter how you slice it, the room that they're taking up is room that you're not taking up.
All right, so let me jump in for a second. To go to what Ferg was saying, like all of this create your own party. Before you can create a party, you got to first create an agenda. You know what I'm saying? That serves your people. So everybody gonna have to get on the same page, or a majority of folks gonna have to get on the same page first. So even when you're talking about you got to pick a side right now, like the black community as a whole can't even figure out what side you're on. Are you going to support a feminist agenda? Are you going to support a racialist agenda? Are you going to support a globalist agenda? In other words, is everybody just equal? Let's support anti-discrimination for everybody. You don't know. And this is why you have no allies. You have no allies. You're just on your own because you're trying to be on everybody's damn side. You don't know if you don't know if we got to support just all damn women. We don't know if we got to support all black people. We don't know if we just got to support all people. And now you got a bunch of alphabet people and everybody else. So you want to be on everybody's side, but yet you're on nobody's side, but yet you're not even on your own damn side. So you ain't got no allies trying to be everybody's damn friend. So first and foremost, you got to be able to have your own damn agenda. And then just like Iz said, you can start grooming your own damn politicians. And because no matter what, you already a minority. Even if you're only 12, 13% of the population, hopefully you can get that to grow and then leverage that block on whichever damn party is going to support your agenda instead of going out of your way to support theirs.
Well, grooming your own politicians was Izzy's fourth point, and we already have our own politicians. We have groomed them, and they're all speaking Spanish right now. Like Hakeem Jeffries and the sombrero meme is real, bro. Like, and they keep running it. Like, there's so many additions to
Wait,
Hakeem
hold
Jeffries
on.
and the sombrero meme.
Well,
The whole point is what's
Hood,
yeah.
give me a second. Hold on, man. Nah, but they're not. That's not what we mean. We mean people who are actually for our benefit, for our best interest, and are coming to make sure that we are able to thrive as a so-called community. That's what I'm speaking about. Not these niggas that's supporting our detriment and our demise for $1 bill of their own. No, not at all.
So we should be grooming the young men to get in those
You understand like what my point is right there.
Wait,
like
hold on,
we don't even
real quick, y'all. Hold on, Anthony.
We don't even know what our damn agenda is or what's in our best interest. Everybody's supporting these damn agendas.
Give me a second. Let me give it back to Hood. I just wanted to clarify that point. Hood was talking. I apologize. I just wanted to clarify that point. Go ahead, Hood Conservative, and then y'all can get it after that. Go ahead, Hood Conservative.
But yeah, no matter how you slice it, bro, black folk have been on, Team Black, the first black senator, the first black politician, this, that, and the third. We have all these people in place right now. And so the fourth pillar was actually the easiest thing to achieve, get a bunch of black folk in positions of power. How do you make them actually be loyal to you now? Because they're not loyal to things that are actually positive to the black community. And I think it's a problem on two fronts. One, they're just loyal to the party politics, and the party politics is like globalist and liberal and all that. But then two, black people are not, we don't have an internal logic that produces like an effective growth. Like the ontology is the word that people are throwing around a lot lately, but back in the day, it was easy to understand what you were supposed to do because everybody was conservative. They understood, like, you study, you work, you get a job, raise a family, blah, 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 blah. Right now, everything is so liberal, there are no rules. And so black folk can't really cohesively put anything together to say, well, this is what we're going to demand of our people. And now our people that are in leadership are just totally corrupted to the point where they literally serve an entire a completely oppositional ethnic group right now. You're watching your black congressional caucus get on their knees every day and do the work for an entirely alien ethnic group. The Latinos have their caucus already, and they never actually get out there and support you the way the blacks are supporting them. So what about that fourth pillar, bro?
Yeah, that's a great analysis of
there. If you focus on the agenda first, which, like I think somebody mentioned in the chat, there ain't one. Like nobody knows. So that's why, just like what you said, Hood Conservative, now you got people that are already there. Yeah, they might share a skin tone.
and now you're just assuming that they're on your side because they look like you. And we've all, like, it's already been proven that's not the case. They're still supporting a liberal agenda or a Democrat agenda, and nowadays a lot of them are supporting a conservative or Republican agenda, but they ain't serving no damn black agenda. And that's mainly because black folks as a whole have no clear agenda. Like, it's not there.
And that's a great point, Auntie Ann Hood. The major thing that I see on the black level is that black people are so anti-capitalism, bro. You can't be anti-capitalism in America, bro.
Yes,
Like,
I agree with
how
that.
the hell are you going to fund a politician without capitalism? These niggas are socialists. So like you can't help that, bro. And there's nothing you can do with that. You can't start a base of anything with that. Because anytime you say black business, we got all these businesses. Okay, we start running them, and then everybody wants something for free.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
It
I
doesn't
agree with
work,
that,
bro.
KP. That's
It
a
doesn't
fact.
work.
But that's why I said the first tenet that I said is we have to work. We need to renew our minds, our mentalities, and that's what I'm saying. Like, we gotta start in the mirror first. We gotta start with ourselves first, and we gotta get our shit together. Like, it takes 30 days allegedly to form a new habit. Yo, we have to start getting in that habit. We have to recondition ourselves, recalibrate, reprogram ourselves for our own best interest. Everything that we've been taught, everything that we do for the most part is against us. It's anti-self. We have to start being able to operate and think and produce for self. And that starts with your mind first. That's why I said that's the first tenet. And we skip over that all the time. It's the one thing we can control. It's the one thing that we have power over. And it is simple to do, but it is also difficult to do at the same time. Meaning, it's simple, meaning anybody could do it, but it's difficult because it takes you fighting through the programming that you already have, fighting through all that shit that's been built up in you all these years, and fighting through peer pressure and people that don't like to think and just like to mock and make fun of you just because you're different. However, that's what needs to happen. The first thing is we need to change our mindset. We need to renew our minds.
I agree with that, and that's two components. Is like me? You have a son, right, and a younger son. So anybody that can have access to their children, yes, renew their mind. Don't teach them opposite of what you learn or didn't learn in school. And if you feel like don't go in your feelings when you're thinking of trying to make it happen. Again, if you're not planning to leave America, you want your foundation and your lineage to always thrive here. Part of renewing your mind is doing almost everything opposite of what you used to. Especially as a young man, you got a young man. Don't sit around listen to these old ass niggas complain about where it used to be 45 years ago. This is your opportunity. And in America, it's about your skill set. It ain't about your mouth, because everybody don't listen to your mouth talk. It's about your skill set, especially when you get up in age.
But this is the thing, though.
But that's part of renewing your mind. You got to just break away from what's comfortable.
Right. That's a fact. But listen, I don't understand how anybody is hearing anything victim mentality out of this. This is not a victim mentality. This is saying take control of your mind, number one, and take control of your life. There's nothing victim about that. That's all victory, right? If you take your own self, and you have power over your own self, which is the one thing you can control, what's victim mentality about that? How is that a victim mentality? I'm so confused.
I don't know if you thought I was responding to you. I wasn't responding to you.
No, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you, Coach Fur. Conservative, can you help me understand how saying, to renew a person's mind, to get their mind right, and then to work on their economics, work on their group collectivism? How is that a victim mentality? I'm saying don't focus on the things that are not in your best interest.
I think sometimes when we respond to the chat, wires get crossed. You can't have all the little subtle inflections when you're speaking directly, when you're trying to type something in the chat. So maybe there's a missed connection there. So don't assume that it was maybe directly at you sometimes, because it doesn't make sense that that's what he's responding to. So maybe there's a misconnection somewhere. We're just not picking up on it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't think anybody here, like on this panel, said anything like that. Not even Hood Conservative. I think for the most part, we got the same, like, the same goals. A lot of folks just have like disagreements on how to get there.
Yeah.
And that's
But
okay.
I think KP said the best thing, the biggest part, and that's why I was trying to get them brothers on the panel the other day to understand, if you're against group economics, if you're against economics and you're against capitalism in a form of being able, you're not going to be able to have no kind of political control, because that's a financial institution. You know what I'm saying? Like most of the things are. So if you're not willing to pay, if you're not willing to put your money where your mouth is, if you're not willing to support or lobby behind any politician or any, how do you expect to get anything in your way? Why do you think the Hispanics are getting what they're getting? They're getting because they put their money there. Why do you think the LBGTQ plus people are getting what? Because they put their money there. So that's why these people are getting what they're getting, because they put their money and they put their support, and based on the politicians following what their agenda is, then they continue to support and get their back. And that's what I'm calling for us to do.
Well, check this out, right? All right. So this is an issue when you see, like, in the Black community. I think one of the reasons why there's like an anti-capitalism mentality is because there are more aspects to capitalism other than just putting your money behind somebody. Because a lot of times things can just be taken out of context or taken the wrong way. Like, wherever there's money involved, there's money to be stolen. So with capitalism, you got to understand there's got to be structure and infrastructure behind that shit too. There's got to be structure, infrastructure, mission statements, like all of that different stuff. It kind of, trickles down. There's a lot more to it than just starting a business and all of this other stuff. So especially in the Black community, you got a lot of chiefs, not enough Indians. People don't understand. I know Coach Ferg just mentioned, kind of like just understanding your skill set, understanding people's skill sets. Some people are great at strategic planning. Other people are great at using their hands. Other people are great speakers. Some people are going to be on the ground working. So everybody's got to kind of work together and do what it is that they do and what they do well. But everybody kind of seems to want to do everything either by themselves. Everybody's just doing different stuff. Nobody's on
the ball. Everybody want, like you said, too many.
But that's not, no. The problem is the root problem is a lack of trust for each other, right? And then besides the lack of trust, again, there's people who've been taught spiritually and aesthetically to hate money, right? They think that money is the root of all evil, instead of understanding that the Bible actually says the love of money is the root of all evil, right? So there's people who don't respect money, who don't like money, who think evil of money. And so therefore, that's why I be trying to preach all the time. If you think money is evil, you're not going to get very much of it, and then you're not going to be able to do the good that money does. Money is neither good nor bad. Money is just paper. However, the way that you use the money is what makes it good or bad. You can use the money for good means and to support your people and to help your people elevate and grow, or you can use it to destroy people and destroy others and to try to infiltrate and take over, or whatever the case may be. So that's up to you. And so I think that we have to have a different, like KP was trying to get to, we have to have a different relationship overall with money. And we're working in capitalism in a free market system, and that goes into the renewing of our minds. Go ahead, Coach Fred, what's that?
When it comes to this money thing, right, it's interesting when I hear different perspectives about it, right? To me, the skill set is more valuable than just somebody giving the money, because we've seen when people work for things.
Coach Ferg, you're talking past me. You're not hearing me at all. You're talking past me, and I have to point this out. Skill set without mentality means nothing. This is what I'm saying. And this is why earlier when we was talking about how people can do the right thing and never get what they need to get, that's why. Because their mentality is not set to what it needs to be set to get what they need to get from the situation. If you're working, if you got all the skills in the world and you hate money, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, you're never going to profit. Your family's never going to profit, and you're not going to be able to properly elevate your family. You have to have the proper relationship with money. So the skills, the how to is the least important part. The why to is the most important part. The why.
The why too is the most important part. How do you change your mind? How do you change your focus? How do you look at a thing? Like my homie says, as a multimillionaire, how you see a thing is how you view a thing, and how you view a thing is how it will be to you. So at the end
So
of the
what?
day, our condition has caused us to be in the condition that we're in.
So
Nah,
so
Ferg,
how?
let me real quick, and let me give it right back to you. Okay,
Let
so
him,
Izzy,
hold on, Auntie. Let him finish his point first. Go ahead, Coach Ferg, and then you got it after him. Go ahead, Coach Ferg.
You said how, when, what, why, where, and how. That's the way you should always go into anything about life. When, it's always a time. What is it that you're trying to accomplish? When, I mean, where do you have to go get the resources? Where you have to go get the information? How are you going to do it? All of those things always work together in anything, even with getting money. I talk to a lot of young people, and they say they want money, and the first thing I ask them is, how are you going to get it? Well, I'm gonna do YouTube. So what about YouTube? Well, I know I can set up I'm just gonna get on there and talk. Yeah,
That's the
not
least
everybody.
important. Hold on, Coach
But what?
Ferg. Go ahead. I apologize. That's the
I'm
least
just
important part. The how to, I promise you, is the least important part. The
oh,
how to is
that's
there's a million videos on how to do everything. There's how to for dummies. There's a million and one. We live in the information age. The how to is the very easiest, simplest part. You could watch somebody and model them and copy them. You could get a book. You could go on
that's
YouTube
why I
video.
say skill set,
There's
Izzy.
right. So there's a million
As a
how to.
man,
No, we disagree though. Hold on.
I
I
know,
can't
but
let
I'm just speaking from. Let me just finish this, and you can go. I'm speaking from a young man, right? Y'all as old dudes, y'all in the way. Talking from a young man. One thing he has to do to be able to thrive. Now, listen, money is important because you want to buy stuff, you want to do stuff. However, those skill sets brings me money from black, white, Asian, Hispanic. They bring me money from people with money. It brings me money from people without money. As long as, and this is just me, I can provide something, a service to anybody to receive the money. And within that, I
You're missing
understand.
it, Coach Ferg. You're missing it. Listen, I hear what you're
These
saying.
young people ain't got a chance.
Listen, Coach Ferg, you're wrong though, brother. This is what I'm telling you.
I'm
Listen.
wrong. Hey, I'm wrong. You're
Yes.
right.
Hold
I'm
on.
wrong.
Listen.
I'm
Hold
wrong.
on. Listen for a
Okay.
second, Coach Ferg. Listen, what you did worked for you, and there's nothing wrong with what you're saying. At the same time, in order
not
for our
about
people,
me.
hold on. But the problem is this: you're misleading people, and you don't even realize it. The problem is you got to work on their mindset first. Their mind has to be changed in order for their life to change. And the problem is too many people are telling people, yo, focus on how to do it. Go work here. Go do this. If you get a job, that's bullshit. It's a lie. It's a lie. That's why there's people of other colors who are, yo, Coach Ferg, if you be honest, you led a life. I'm familiar with your story. But what you leave out all the time is you was able to leverage your money. You earned money, you used your skill, but how you got to where you got to was leveraging your money through the stock market and being able to get a good stock tip and going and following through with that. And then you was able to leverage that. And now you live a conservative lifestyle and you save your money. So what I'm saying to you is I respect you and I respect what you've done. And you're not wrong about the how to, but the how to is not the most important thing. The why to is the why are you doing it? The why that will make you cry. To be able to understand that it's about your mindset and your mentality first, and then the how to will come. Because there's a million, how to is easy, especially in 2025. You got 100. Oh, if you go through this 5-day course on how to learn AI, you can learn it. You can learn it in about 2 weeks. You could go to 1,000 YouTube videos. They got 100,000 million, billion, zillion YouTube videos on how to do this, how to do that. If you go to the library, the bookstore, there's 100,000 million, billion books on how to for dummies. The how to is not why. The why to, the mentality, the mindset is the key. So I can't let you keep going to the how to when I know better than that. That's not going to help. We got to move in steps and we got to move in proper order. And the proper order is to fix your mindset first.
Hey, you know, and this is why I wanted to jump in, because two things can be true at the same time. Like what both of y'all are saying right there, it does make a lot of sense. Yeah, the why you're doing it is important because money is a tool. So you do need to get it to be able to get to where it is you want to be. Understandable. But just like Ferg said, the how to is also important as well, because you need to be able to start in the right place. So that's why I said there's a reason why you're doing all of this stuff. A fool and his money are soon going to be parted. So if you don't have all of the information, the reasons why you're doing stuff, the knowledge of where you've been, where you are, where you want to go, there's no way you're going to be able to map out a route to get you to where it is that you want to be. And when you're talking about speaking in the community terms and everything else, you're going to have to put all of this stuff into perspective to even make sure that you're going in the right direction, because you might just be getting money just to buy stuff. And a lot of people have done that already, and it's gotten a community like nowhere, just buying stuff. You got rich people and a bunch of broke people and a bunch of people that are just jealous, like, damn, I just want money because I want to buy stuff. So I understand what both of y'all are saying, and you neither one of y'all are wrong. It's just y'all.
It's about the
gotta
order.
kinda
It's
understand.
it's about the order of things, and the mentality and the mindset has to be first.
So, Izzy, how do people regentrify their mind? I'm gonna use King Rooster's word. How do they regentrify? How do people put their mind into these head spaces to where they can be prosperous? Because that's what I'm saying. It's steps by step. Yes, you need to get your mind, but how? What are some steps that people, and not necessarily gender specific, can take to get their mind out of this? Oh, it can't happen for me. Oh, 75 years ago, they did this to us. Oh, instead of right now looking at it and saying, how do I get into these spaces I haven't been able to get into before? How can I get the skills needed to ensure that going forward, I'm secure, my children are secure, everything is secure until I'm gone. Once I'm gone, they can
I'm
fight
gonna
on
answer
that.
you. Okay, Coach Ferg, you asked me a question, then you giving this like long soliloquy. Let me tell you, I have the steps. Let me tell you the steps. I got the steps. Here's the steps. It's very simple. I'm giving it to you right now. Very simple. The first thing is, like you said, you got to make a decision. You got to decide exactly what you want. That's what Auntie said. That's what you said. That's right and exact. The second step is what I'm saying. You got to find a why that will make you cry. The why, it's got to be so deep. It's got to be so passionate. And it's not really about the money. This is what I'm saying. It's about the mentality and the mindset. Why are you doing what you're doing? What are you trying to accomplish when you're doing it? Like, what is the why that will make you cry? Is it that you want to make sure that your mama and your daddy is comfortable, that they worked hard for you and they did everything that they had to do for you and they sacrificed for you, so you want to make sure that they're comfortable in their older years? Does that make you cry? Is it that you want to be a good example to your children? You want to leave a legacy behind to them? Does that make you cry? Is it because you've been looked down upon and looked over your whole life, and you know what I'm saying, you know that you're somebody special and you're going to show that and you're going to prove that? Is that why? Whatever your why is, you have to come to it and mark it down and put it plain, and it got to be so strong that it will make you cry. So the first step is make a decision of what you want. The second step is find the why that will make you cry. The third step is to declare it out into the universe. Write it down, make it plain, and focus on it solely every single day, at least 3 times a day. The third thing is pray over it. Make sure, and I know everybody don't believe in prayer, but I'm just telling you, prayer helps, right? Pray over it. The fifth step is make small steps towards it every single day. Small baby steps towards it every single day. And the sixth step is make sure that you keep the enemy off of your dream. Don't go around telling everybody your dream. Don't go around telling everybody your mission. Don't go around telling everybody. Just work on it in the privacy of your situation. Find you a mentor or somebody who's doing what you want to do, and follow them either from afar or from up close if you can. And those are the steps to change your mind and change your life. Simple, but hard. Simple, but very,
Let me
very
clarify something real quick and I'll shut up. Just in reference to me, right? yes, I made decisions later in life, but I still took advantage of the opportunities were afforded to me once I graduated high school. I understood that that was important to graduate high school. Boom, I can go out and work anywhere, any level. Then they said go to college. It was big. Yes, I went to college. Boom. Then it was opportunity to go to the military. Boom, I did that. Then it was opportunity to go back to school once I got out, and it was opportunity. What I'm saying to any, especially brothers, men, take advantage of the opportunities when they are in your face. Don't allow fear to keep you from doing something. Go out, obtain what it is you need to obtain so you can come back and then you can discover, like, dang, I do have a reason to continue on and build my life. Yes. But in the meantime of learning this, you can't be caught up in why. And the why is important, but you still have to get out of your comfort zone right now. Go and develop and learn something that you struggle with or something you're
I
wanting to
agree with
know.
that.
It helps you.
I agree with that, but the problem is what you're failing to realize is, again, everybody didn't grow up with a father in the house, right? Hey, wave in
But
the
I
back.
realize
Hold on real quick.
I
Latina
work for young people.
and Cole and Hell, I don't know. Does anybody know who that is? Anybody familiar with
Yeah,
that person?
no, they're good. They're good. They're good.
Hey, wave in the back so I know it's you, family. Hold on real quick. Let me give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Apologize. Let me just make sure this person, and then I'm gonna let Keon get in here next because Keon just came up. But let me just say this. Give me a second.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi. Good. Thanks.
All right. How's everything going? Is this the person, Auntie? This is who you know?
Me?
Yeah. I've been on a
Okay.
panel with
Okay.
Latin A before. Hey, Callie, right?
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. I just wasn't familiar with you, sister. So I'm gonna give you a chance to speak after Keon. Go ahead, Keon, and then we're gonna let you get in there, and then we'll go from there. Go ahead. If y'all could mute if you're not talking, because there's a little bit of background noise. If y'all don't mind. Go ahead, Keon.
Yeah, what's good is, man, I just came into the conversation probably like 10 minutes ago, but I think I'm getting what y'all going for. Um Honestly, I like I think Hood Conservative or Auntie, one of them, I kind of agree with what they were saying. I think both of you guys is right. I think it's a mindset and opportunity thing. I think the mindset thing comes first because that's when you're growing up. That's what your parents instill in you. That's what you learn, just by living life. But the opportunity, without, you can have the mindset all day, without the opportunity, it's not going to ever amount to anything. So that's what I'm saying. It kind of works both side and side. I don't think that you guys should be arguing about one side or the other because you kind of need both. You know what I mean? In my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. I do agree that and that's what I was trying to tell Coach Furr. I do agree with him that what he's saying is true. At the same time, you do have to get your mind together first, because this is the thing, right? You ever notice in a lot, let me just speak for myself, right? There was a time in my life where I would do good and then I'd be doing horrible. Like I do real good and then I do real terrible, right? I'd have a whole bunch of money, a whole bunch of success because I would just get ready. I would I would fire and then I would aim, right? And that's the way you should be. I'm a person that lives. Me being here on YouTube is a testament that I'm living outside my comfort zone. So I agree with Coach Ferg, right? At the same time, what happened was I had to renew my mind. I had to get my mind right in order to be able to sustain the quote unquote success. I still
That's a
have
fact.
obstacles, I still have challenges, but until I was able to get my mind together, until I was able to conquer some of the demons that I have, and I still got a lot of demons, but until I was able to conquer some of the demons I had, my success was up and down, fluctuating, very highs, and very low lows. So
That's a fact. Yeah.
what I understand is that if you get your mind right, you're doing the things that Coach Ferguson saying, which is nothing wrong with that. At the same time, you got to focus on getting your mind right so that your highs are high and your lows are not that low, and therefore you're able to live a balanced life. Does that make sense?
Yeah, nah, that's why I was saying too, because it's like, because you can get you know, honestly, I don't know what the initial conversation was about. I know we're just talking about opportunity versus what's his name right now. So that's what I'm saying. If you get an opportunity, you don't have the mindset, then all you're gonna do is just mess it up. So that's why
Yeah.
you gotta work on that for sure.
And I'll say this.
Coach Ferg, I apologize. Give me 1 second. I was just gonna say that you got it, and I'm passing to the sister. Yo, success happens when opportunity meets preparation. That's what success happens. Opportunity meeting preparation. So, like Keon said, if you have a bunch of opportunities but you're not prepared for it, that's when you're gonna fail. It's not gonna be of no use to you at all.
And I guess where I sort of get lost there, right? Because I work with a lot of the population who don't have fathers, who are disenfranchised. That's the last time I was in high school was 2022, is when I finally, sort of just called it quits. But most of my population have been young men, felonies, abusive, been in abusive families, gang-related families. And one of the biggest ways to employ them to step outside of, what they comfortable with, again, and I'm speaking from a young man, us old dudes on YouTube, yeah, you have to get your mind together, because some of y'all still crying about stuff that happened in high school about the girl or somebody. But when you starting out,
Going to that, we don't do that over here. So can you please stop saying that
we-
over here, bro?
I'm not talking to nobody. I'm
that over
sorry.
here.
I'm sorry
We don't do
to,
that over
to
here,
the
bro.
people, but I'm just being facetious when I say it. When you presenting, especially even getting your mind together, right? Part of that is taking advantage of opportunity. Also, you can't say you won't do certain things if you never tried it, and it's just and a lot of that will allow you to start thinking forward about the next steps in life. Don't sit in your comfort zone as a grown man and not take advantage of opportunity, especially in America. These things are going to open up to a lot of young brothers. And if you say, I don't want to do certain things and it's an opportunity that could change your life, then you're going to get old and age out of that market. I'm trying to say, brothers, take advantage of what's coming. Get in those spaces. I don't care. Start preparing yourself. Yes. And it's going to take a lot of mental conversations, difficult conversations about your emotions and how you deal with it. People in your family that may have shamed you and hurt you, friends, you're going to have to really step those emotions aside and get into these spaces, because they coming for you. We'll see.
Right. Hey, so JD, that's a fact. And that's why I said step one is to decide what you want. That's included in that. That's a fact, though. JD said Izzy Bandz, the first thing people need to know is their purpose, then apply the steps. A lot of people never know the purpose they were created for. Yeah, but that's part of the decision-making process. Make a decision, right? That's part of that. But yeah, facts. That's fact. Because I there's more to it. I have this on my whatchamacallit, but there's more to it. The second part of it is you have to get rid of negative self-talk, right? And how do you get rid of negative self-talk? By every time you catch yourself saying something negative to yourself, immediately cut it off and say something positive to yourself in the same manner, right? The second thing is understanding that you're not going to be perfect. There's no such thing as a perfect person. Be realistic about your goals and your set expectations. Understand that that a lot of us have a fear of success, not only the fear of failure. A lot of us have a fear of success. And so we have to understand and recognize that we have a fear of success, and then we have to operate and focus on faith, having faith, and understanding that it's okay that we're successful. It's okay that we're making it. It's okay to get away from the group and get away from the status quo, right? The fourth thing is you have to recognize your own self-destructive behavioral habits and your own self-destructive behavior and habits, right? The fifth thing is to, like Coach Fergus saying, don't procrastinate. Do it now. Go out there, get ready, fire, and then aim. I guess he didn't hear me say that. That's my motto. That's why I live by. Shout out to T. Harv Eker. Get ready, fire, and then aim. So I believe in flying the plane on the way down. I don't believe in sitting on my ass and contemplating stuff. When I'm saying to figure out a why that'll make you cry, it's in line with getting your purpose and understanding what your purpose is and moving towards your purpose. Because when you move in that direction, you're going to be excellent at what you're doing, because that's what you was designed to do. And therefore the money is going to come, right? So it's not really about the money. Like I said, it's about the mindset. Now, the sixth thing is don't compare yourself to other people. When you start comparing yourself to other people, then Yo, Big Bad Bull, yo, hit my goddamn Cash App or Super Chat, bro. You being mad disrespectful, bro. And see, this is the thing. Nobody don't want to really hear the steps. Nobody really don't give a F about the steps. Nobody don't really give a F about the steps about changing. They just want bullshit. They just want entertainment 24/7, 365. Nobody don't really give a F. Yo, man, hit my shit, man. Otherwise, man, you got to go, man, because that shit is mad disrespectful and
I
wild,
think
bro.
I think is though, like people really get caught up in a lot of the Tony Gaskins motivational kind of approach to things. And maybe there's some use for that. Maybe there's a place for that in the grand scheme of it all. But I tend to lean on the other side of the argument when it comes to just the fundamentals of life and success. I think for the overwhelming vast majority of people, basic skill sets are the most valuable things you can offer, bro. Like when you think about like the government, not the government, but just the nature of the country going forward. I was reading up on something where the army itself, just the military itself, is going to be in the need of like electricians, welders, and all sorts of things of that kind of blue collar constructive nature. And it's just my thinking that, and especially when it comes to men, if you arm men with a lot of those basics that they can just use to apply themselves in almost any area of the world, they'll be all right for the most part. And a
No,
lot
but
of that other stuff will work itself out. A lot of things
it
fall into
doesn't, and
place
that's the
when you
problem.
simply just do, when you start to just put one foot in front of the other and do the thing
That's
in
the
front of you.
problem.
A lot of other things do fall in place, bro.
That's the problem. If that was true, we wouldn't be in the place that we was in because after Reconstruction, we was the most skilled labor. We were after so-called slavery in America, we was the most skilled labor, the very most, the top, right? We knew how to do everything as far as physical labor. And while I do agree with both of you that you should, as a man, at least have one trade, if not 3 trades under your belt. Go ahead and mute real quick if you don't mind for me, Leonard. Give me 1 second. While I do agree with y'all, as a man, you should have 1 trade, if not 3 trades as a man, right? What I would say is this. If it was just that simple as far as keep your head down, go to work and whatever, then we wouldn't have all these problems in society that we have. The problem is that a lot of people's mentalities have slipped. And because their mentalities have slipped, their motivation has slipped. And I know who Tony Gaskins is. I've never listened to a Tony Gaskins speech. I've never really subscribed to Tony Gaskins like that. But shout out to him. Go ahead, sister, because I know you said that your phone is acting up. Go ahead. What
Yeah.
say you? What say you?
I wanted to say earlier, someone was asking a question like, how do we get our minds right? Right. Well, every day is going to be a battle of keeping your mind right because a lot of the food in the United States has chemicals in them that aren't even allowed in other countries, but for some reason they're in American food, which is going to affect your proper nutrition or inhibit the proper nutrition. And Dr. Berg is on YouTube and he has a lot of really good videos. He has one in particular that I just recently saw. It's about ADHD, and he believes that it could be a nutritional thing. So I encourage you guys all to look into Dr. Berg's videos because every day we have to try to maintain like our proper folate levels, which are B vitamins, because adults can the proper nutrition can affect children worse than adults. But if you get like foggy brained or like you get depressed easy or something, it could be because you're not eating properly. And also, I just wanted to say that all Americans need to be given priority for jobs. And because like even though I'm Latina, the jobs aren't going to go to me first because I was born here. And if I'm not on welfare, that also affects because in California, if I apply for a job, they want to know if I'm on welfare. And because if someone like me is not on welfare, they won't be given the job first. Okay. And it's really important to not have a fearful mind. Someone was quoting Bible quotes earlier. But first, most importantly, is like your health and don't have a fearful mind. And that's it. And thank you for who vouched for me. And narratives and dialogues, I'm not able to chat in the chat yet because I haven't been subscribed long enough. Thanks, guys. Did you want me to go ahead and go, or did you have a question really quick?
No, I mean, you're good as long as you wanted to stay. You fine. Thank you for the input. I'm good on that. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I think you said some good stuff. Shout out to that.
Thanks. Okay, bye,
Yeah,
guys.
thank you. All right. Yeah, go ahead, family. You got it. Whoever wanted to go next.
Okay. Now, I heard someone mention something to do with military and manual labor in the military was going to be non-existent. Not anytime soon. Not anytime soon. Okay. That's
That was
not.
me, Leonard. I said the opposite. I said they're going to need a lot of people.
Oh, you said the opposite? Okay, well, I had the fan going in the kitchen, kind of burnt something. The smoke built up. So, if you said the opposite, then you are exactly correct. Yeah, there's always, at least within the 2000s. Now, I don't know about in the year 3000 and beyond. Anything can happen in the future, but yeah. So a lot of people worrying about a lot of things, and you have a number of people there pinning everything on pigmentation. You have dirt poor, bologna on hand sandwich eating whites that are blaming black people. They're taking all the jobs. What jobs? Last time I checked, all the jobs are in urban America. Are whites in urban America in a large number like blacks? No. Then blacks, well, white folk ain't gonna let me. So as long as you got the two playing this tennis match with each other, everything that's going on is going to continue to go on. I mean, it is what it is. And whoever came up with that term, get in where you fit in, I don't know who was the originator of that term, but that was a genius term. And that's what folk better start learning, how to get in where they fit in for their future.
No doubt. Yo, y'all appreciate y'all coming through. What's y'all last words, man? Thank you to everybody that came through. What's your last words? Everybody, y'all give your last words. Thank you to each and every one of y'all. Salute to everybody that supported the show. What's your last words? Keon, you got any last words, brother?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Hey, thank you for coming through. Appreciate you, man. Salute to you. Your brother, Leonard, you got any last words, brother Leonard?
Yeah, my last words are complaining never solved anything. You better doggone get your hind parts in gear and go get that money the way you need to, because getting money in ways that are funny, you're going to end up in a bad situation. And to be brief on that, I've seen a lot of people between the ages of 35 and they're 45. All they're doing is they're on YouTube like all the time, almost every day. I ain't gonna mention nobody's name. This and that. And it's like they don't have a doggone business that they're running. Now, as long as they're garnering $200 net pay, per day on their streams, $1,000 a week, you can make that work for you as a single person. What if you're married, you got kids, you're talking about having a mortgage and this and that? That ain't enough. So they better stop living this pie in the sky. They're talking about how Social Security is not going to be here down the road. They don't even have themselves lined up to even receive Social Security down the road. Because if you don't pay 10 years from a regular job paying Social Security taxes, you're not entitled. And if you're a YouTuber, getting money from streams, is up to you to pay the government that 12%. See, they don't look at stuff like that, but Izzy, you know what they tell me, you know, I'm old and crazy. You know, old folks are always crazy, but I'm an old fool. But, you know, you don't get to be old being no fool.
Yo, I appreciate you coming through, man. Thank you very much, Leonard. Salute. Hey, Coach Ferg, shout out to you, my brother. What say you? I appreciate
No,
you.
man, good show, good topics, man. Just conversations must be had. Again, man, there's several good points always being, I guess, discussed on YouTube, man. So just apply what you can use to your own life, man. Don't be afraid to not take advantage of the opportunities when they arise. And if you got people up under you looking for you to lead them and protect them, just afford them the same opportunity and protection, man. Everybody deserves a shot, especially in this America. And right now, I believe people of color will begin to see an opportunity to get into spaces they never were allowed to get in before, man. So salute to the young people.
Salute,
For sure,
man.
man.
Salute to you, man. Salute to you. Appreciate you, man. Y'all make sure y'all check out Leonard. Make sure y'all check out Coach Ferg. Make sure y'all check out Hood Conservative. You know what I'm saying? Check those brothers out. Subscribe to them and check out their streams as long as they're live. When I'm not live, when I'm live, only check me out. Nah, make sure you subscribe to John Gold. John Gold came through here. Who else was through here who had a channel? Shout out to everybody that came through today. I appreciate the conversation. Shout out to Q Butter and what Q Butter is doing. Shout out to King Randall and what King Randall is doing. And everybody that I may not know about that is putting in the work in the community, man. Shout out to you brothers who putting in the work in the community. That's necessary. At the same time, it's also necessary for us to get our minds right. We got to stop playing this. Shout out to Auntie as well. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to him, home of the YouTube Purge. Salute to him as well for coming through. Appreciate it. Listen, we got to stop doing this left versus right thing, this conservative versus liberal thing, this Democrat versus Republican thing. We got to stop this, man. We got to find the places and the ways that we align. We have to work on getting our minds together and supporting our own best interest. I don't understand people who are against their own self-interest. It doesn't make sense to me. But hey, you have a right to do that if you want to. It's your life. Thank y'all very much for coming through. I appreciate everybody that supported the show. Shout out to my guy, man. Shout out to Wall Street Willie. Shout out to Leonard. Appreciate you. Shout out to KP for KC5 came through. I appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Narratives Dialogues. Thank you, man. He said, I think I read that, but I'm gonna read it again. Conservative, not all black conservatives in red hat supports white supremacy or Coon activity, nor do they use the MAGA lingo that degrades black people. That's a fact. Shout out to the black conservatives who have our best interests at heart. I think there's a lot of them. Shout out to home of the YouTube Purge. Auntie, thanks for having me up. Enjoy your Sunday, fam. Enjoy your Sunday as well. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to Unc B Streaming in the building. What's up, Unc B Streaming? What's going on? Shout out to the Book of Elam. Thank RLM. Thank you, Book of RLM. Shout out to my man, something to think about, L Nix. I appreciate it. Shout out to the Lockhart Perspective. I appreciate it. Make sure y'all check her out. Shout out to Lord ADS. Thank you, Lord ADS. Trucker Yell. Thank you, brother. Kills. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. And Omar Smith. Thank you so much, brother Omar. I appreciate y'all supporting the show. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about us, man. We are myself, right? I am pro people that look like me. I'm pro. I love all people. You know what I'm saying? I love America. This is my shit. It's my country. I love America. I love the people in America. You know what I'm saying? I love the people that look like me. Let's start being pro ourselves, man. Yo, peace. We out of here. I'm gonna holla at y'all. Shout out to the Latina, the Latina Patriot. Salute to her too. Let me make sure I got everybody. Welcome to everybody. Gas Mask agreed with me. Shout out to Gas Mask. Shout out to Reese. Reese agreed with me. I must be doing something right. Shout out to Venus. Shout out to Voice of Venus who came through briefly, and I had to go. But shout out to Venus. Appreciate you, Venus. Shout out to Gas Mask. I agree, Izzy. Our rights matter more than political banter. That's a fact. It should be about our rights, not political banter. You don't give up your rights for banging for a Republican or a Democrat. That don't make no sense to me. Probably Sean once said people actually voted to have illegals in their neighborhoods. So now they're going to have to deal with ICE coming through those same neighborhoods to get them out. Damn. I don't know if you can say that, but shout out to you, probably, Sean. Salute to Narrative Dialogue. Izzy, did Hood Server pay you yet? Don't let him slip through the cracks like they let white supremacy. They help slip through on black conservatives conversation. Shout out to that, man. Shout out on his side of things. A party, Marty said in Chicago. Izzy, yeah. What's up, Chosen Racist 25X? Where you been at, boy? Good to see you. Living humbly, salute. I agree about that. Fund them. Yeah, that's how you get. That's how you get. Hey, vote local and not on your heartstrings and puppetry pulled by presidential parties who realistically do not care about your local town interests. Again, black people vote local. Yeah, it's a very important to vote in your local elections to see what's going on near you and to be aware of that. Shout out to Unc B Streaming. I'm at the beginning of the show, but I'll never take time to talk to victim ass hotep niggas. Shout out to that. I don't salute to that. Wow. What's up, Reese? Money Marco said mindset is key. Yes, it is. What's up, Easy? I agree with Iz. Shout out to you, Quantavious Lamont in the building said balance is key. It is. It is. It is. Yeah, RFK trying to fix that shit, but they hate him. Yeah. Romello 747 Bandcott, what's up? Why, oh why do people come over here talking like we are slow? I don't know, bro. I don't know. I guess they think I'm slow. I don't know. I gotta fix that. What can I do to fix that? Y'all tell me before I got to get out of here. I got a couple of minutes. Huh? I owe Hood money. How do I owe Hood money? That's a wild thing. I think you just talking. I owe Hood Conservative money for what? For what? Are you talking to Narrative Dollars or are you talking to me? You must be talking about. Yo, your last name sound African. And I bet you won't come over here. The link, all you gotta do is come over here, David. I'll let you come over here and let's see who's slow. David, Okaliki, Liki. You look like you African, bro. And if I'm mistaken, forgive me. But by your last name, and that looked like some shit you just put together. Like that nigga off of Power, Mr. Ashe. That sounds like some bullshit you just put together. But yo, you're more than welcome to come through. I'll make a couple of minutes for you and decimate you real quick. Yeah, you from Zimbabwe. You look like you got Zimbabwe wireless too. All that shit you was talking. I seen what you was talking about. You ain't really talking about nothing in particular. And I know that a lot of you have this superior complex, but I promise you, I can prove emphatically that you are not superior to me. If you would like to come up here, I will waste a couple of minutes of my time to decimate you intellectually, because the truth of the matter is you have no chance. You have no chance. You gotta be like a nuclear physicist or some shit to compare to me. So by all means, if you think I'm slow, my link is still pinned, and I will make a couple of minutes just for you, because I want to hear what you're talking about. It's easy to talk from the peanut gallery of someone else's channel and speak your speech when you're not really talking about anything. All you're doing is trying to hop on the backs of other people and talk shit. That's it. Yeah, I got a big ego, but I have substantiated evidence of what I speak. I have a big ego, but I have substantial evidence to which I speak. I know you're too scared, and I could tell by the way that you spell scared that you're trying to assimilate to something. I don't know what you're trying to assimilate to, but we know that that's not how you spell scared. But shout out to you. Welcome back, Venus. Welcome back to voice of Venus. Welcome back to the Voice of Venus. Hey, sister, how you doing?
Hi, I just had a request, if you don't mind.
What might that be?
Can you take me off your thumbnail and out of this title? Because I have absolutely nothing to do with this show.
See, there you go.
I don't.
I will take it down. I was looking forward to being able to have a conversation with you, but you did tell me that it may be a while before you could come up. I did say I'll drop everybody down so I can converse with you. You said no, don't worry about it. They could stay up. But I no problem.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Great show, though.
Hilarious. All right. Uh-huh. Hilarious.
I didn't know that somebody was double streaming. I wouldn't have. Nah.
That wasn't the intention. I didn't know that they were gonna do it, but they asked me and I said it's okay. It's not a problem. But I got you. It's no problem. I'll repurpose the stream. No worries.
Appreciate you.
No worries. All right. What's up, Mayor 963? Hey, can y'all support the show? See what I gotta deal with? That's not her on the thumbnail. It was supposed to be. It was supposed to be her on the thumbnail. It was supposed to be her on the thumbnail. I tried it. Hey, shout out to Venus. Hey, I got love for Venus. She is a whole terrorist out here. I got a sister that's just like Venus. That's why I understand Venus. I got love for this sister. I got a real sister that act just like Venus. My little sister act just like Venus, just like her. They like twins and shit. So it don't bother me. I'm used to it. Y'all make sure y'all support the show. In the meantime, between time, because I do be having to deal with a bunch of shit. Niggas like Hood Services said, niggas be feeling shit. Shout out to Hood Service. What's it matter? I know, man. Y'all support the show before I have to close it down. What we know podcast was shaking my damn head. Yo, that it's wild when you gotta spell it out. We gotta spell it out. It's wild, boy. I have cousins like her too from Queens. Yeah, my sister obviously is from Brooklyn. She act just like Venus. I got a sister act just like her. So I'm used to it. So I don't really get phased by it, I'll be honest with you. Said the chick on the thumbnail is better looking. Just saying, come on, man, let's don't do that. But I get it. It's all good. She don't really rock with Hood Conservative, and Hood Conservative simulcasted, so it's all good. It's all love to me. Shout out to Hood Conservatives crowd, even though some of them was dissing me and coming at me and stuff. Y'all know I don't take this shit personal at all. It's just conversation. Thank you very much, my people. Hey, Mayor 960, thank you very much, family. I appreciate you hitting the cash app. Thank you, brother. Y'all be like Mayor 963 and hit the cash app. I think I got like 5 more minutes with y'all, and I'm gonna close it out. Because of Mayor 963, we only need 13 more people, at least $5 a piece. If y'all don't mind, I'll appreciate y'all helping us reach our goal. That'll be real nice, you know what I'm saying? For the shit I gotta go through, you know what I'm saying? All this abuse and shit.
God damn it, I like the way you do bit.
It don't matter what the situation, I'm just tryna climb any obstacle a nigga facing. See it through in due time. It's a marathon, you gotta pace it. You can't press rewind, you get left behind. Just grind and the rest be fine.
I got dirty feet people sitting here questioning my intellectual prowess. I got my sister over here putting demands on me now. I have to repurpose the stream. I got a lot going on. It's a lot going on, man. It's a lot going on. Yo, thank you very much to everybody that came through, everybody that hit the super chat, the cash out. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all kicking it with me because y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all chose to be here with me, and it means a lot. All right. I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Y'all have a good day. This stream will be taken down. Goodbye. This stream will be taken down. Sorry, man. Yeah, I know you a dirty feet. I know you's a dirty foot. Zimbabwe, you know what I'm saying, Ugandan. I know, bro. Like you gotta stop what you be doing though. Like at the end of the day, you're not superior to anybody. You know what I'm saying? You're not. And especially when you're too scared, as you put it, to come up and have a conversation. But shout out to the people from the continent of Africa, and shout out to my peoples that's from Ghana, my peoples who's from Kenya, my people who's from Tanzania, my people who are from South Africa, my people. Shout out to all the continent of Africa, but I have people, the Congo, Sierra Leone. Shout out to my people all over the African continent. Salute to the good people of Africa. Izzy Bandz got love for you, even though this dirty foot Negro right here, I'm not messing with him. He talking mad shit for no reason. All right, so salute to y'all, man. Have a good one. Y'all be easy. Shaking my head. So she makes demands. You act on them. I ask you to let me loose on the Kojak slanderers. I gotta pay. Come on, man, that's a whole different thing, brother. And I said no Kojak slander, and you don't gotta pay, brother. Come on, brother. That's a whole different. Come on, brother. See what I gotta go through. Shout out to number one, man. Y'all making me exhausted. Take it down instead of just changing the title and thumbnail. No, but you got to take it down, Venus. You got to take it down in order to change the title and the thumbnail. You know that. Come on now, Venus. It's not that simple. Like, they're not gonna let me just replace the thumbnail. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to just take a portion of the stream and screen capture it in StreamYard, and then I'm gonna have to like edit. It's not as simple as you're saying, but yeah, I'm gonna have to take it down. But shout out to you. It's all good. Salute. I appreciate y'all. I don't know. I'm just tired. Okay. Shout out to you. I don't know if it's that simple. I'm sleepy. I don't know how to do it. Well, I've never had to do that. That's never a request. All right, y'all. We out.
It's your man's, it's a Bandz, you know how we do. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. Dope discussion, deserve dope donation. Spread love through compensation. Cheese fed up the dope.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.